What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We got the Spurs facing the Magic. Of course, a lot of my San Antonio Spurs, wow, that's bright over here. San Antonio Spurs subscribers are Dallas Cowboys fans, so I have both games on in front of me. I have my normal TV in my living room straight ahead, but off over here, I brought in my 32-inch in for my bedroom, and because of where I live, I can pull in Fox over the air in high def, so I have the Giants and Cowboys directly about 5 feet away from me to my left. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the Giants-Cowboys game. So my focus is going to be on the Spurs and the Magic tonight. That being said, if either team is in the red zone, I'm going to look over here real quick and let you know what's going on and keep a little scoreboard here. What's going on, everybody? Brandon's World, Butterfly, Papa G53, J Money, Zachary. If you're a New York Giants fan, this is a bad day. Not only the team down 17-10, Saquon Barkley had to get carted off to the locker room. Daniel Jones not only carted off the field with a head injury because he couldn't walk, now on his way to the hospital. I'll try to stay positive. Let's bring in my co-host. He's a legend. He's my favorite player. The Admiral, David Robinson. How you doing, DR? All right. Really hard to get him to scale. I know he's taller than me by 9 inches. I think I got his head about the right size with mine. I don't know. I have a big head. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. See. I figured Zachary when I saw it in chat. It's Oh boy. I believe that's his first concussion. And unfortunately, once you get one, and I've had a couple, it's much easier to get more once that first one's there. What's up, Mario? Evan, what's going on? I need one of my teams to win. And with the Giants missing most of their offense, they're down 2 wide receivers, their quarterback, their running back, their left tackle. I need the Spurs to break this 2-game losing streak. Preseason or not, I need the Spurs to get me a win tonight. What's up, Andy? Lucas, what's going on? Lucas, I'm actually watching the Giants game right now and the Spurs game. I got the Spurs in front of me and the Giants and Cowboys right here, which is why I have the scoreboard in front of David, which I'll pull down when that game's over. It's a rough day if you're a Giants fan. By the way, Lucas, a channel member in the chat. I got to make sure I give a special holler. Thank you for being a channel member. I still got to work on those emojis. I totally forgot about that. Or your icons. I think I remember to do that tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm off both days. What's up, RQ3? Thank you, man. If the Giants lose to the Cowboys, I can handle that. But losing players and key players, that one hurts. And you know what? I hate to say it. People asked me recently if Saquon Barkley's injury prone. Fluke injury or not, this is 3 years in a row with an injury. You gotta put the IP on him now, and it sucks. What's up, Max? Thank you for stopping in. Membership link, Evan, is on the main page. It should be the join button. If you just go to the main TSR Sports page, which, if you haven't seen it, it's all San Antonio Spurs. There'll be a little bit of Brooklyn Nets here in the future, as I do plan on doing Brooklyn Nets games. It's my local team. Patty Mills and LaMarcus Aldridge on there. And I want to grow the channel. And while I think I can grow doing Spurs only, I think it's good to have another team, especially if the Spurs don't make the playoffs. And to be transparent, it's going to be very tough in the Western Conference. Let me change my white balance just a little bit. There we go. I was looking a little pale there. So if the Nets make the playoffs, which I expect them to, at least have one team to call, and I can cover their entire playoff run. Kellen, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's weird having 2 games on me in front of me. This is the first time I've ever done this. I got the San Antonio Spurs and the Magic dead straight in front of me. The Cowboys and the New York Giants right to my left, and the Cowboys are kicking off, and it's Giants ball. So I'm going to try to kind of call both games. Focus on the Spurs game, as this is a Spurs channel, but keep an eye on, if there's a big play or if there's, something in the red zone. I don't like to see injuries on anybody. Lucas, he is injury prone. I don't like injuries on anybody. I mean, when Dak Prescott got hurt last year, I felt very bad for him. And helmet to helmet on Daniel Jones, they're showing it now. This Orlando Magic roster has been completely overhauled. Of course, trading away all their best players for a ton of draft picks. I guess Jalen Suggs will be the player to watch for tonight, who's on the thumbnail. They're rookie. What did they draft? Somewhere between 4th and 6th overall, right? I don't remember. Thank you, Lucas. Big play to Kadarius Toney. Huge play. Kadarius Toney looks legit. So membership join button doesn't come up on a phone. I need a laptop. Suggs, Harrison, Ross, and Bob and Carter. That's similar to what I have, but not quite. Yes, so I need a David Robinson. The man that made me a Spurs fan, that made me an NBA fan. So the Orlando Magic draft 6th and 5th. Wait, no. 6th and 15th, I think. Yeah, I saw Cole Anthony's coming off the bench. My starting lineup's a little off, but I'll be okay. I think maybe. I want to see. Maybe the Spurs will change it up. They started Jakob Poeltl the first 2 games. They started Drew Eubanks in the 3rd game. Is there a chance they could start Jock Landale? Do we know the starting lineup for the Spurs yet? Yes. Mario, he's shocked me. He's the last game on this game. He's been really. Oh, I gotta turn my TV down a little bit. He has really surprised me. Is that what it is, Zachary? That could be it. Yeah, that might be it. Oh, I gotta turn this down even a little more. I don't want to get hit with commercial stuff here. There we go. That's good. By the way, did anybody see the Fury and Wilder fight last night? I watched it today. I found a video I had on YouTube. I'm like, well, if they're not gonna pull it down, I'll watch it. And it was probably the best fight out of the 3. I wish I saw it live. I didn't have anybody to watch it with last night, so I didn't go anywhere to watch it. But a great fight. The trilogy's over. And if you don't know who won and you plan on watching it, I won't spoil it. But it's worth watching if you're a boxing fan. I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but I'll watch 1 or 2 fights a year here and there. On the Spurs app, nice. What happened to the guy the Spurs signed? Eric Holman, G League. Eric Holman and the other guy, Renfro, Nate Renfro, was it? Both going to G League. We saw that a lot last season and previous seasons where the Spurs would sign a player to the roster and then immediately send him down to G League. I think right now with our current roster, we need to cut 2 players. It's 2 or 3 to get down to the 15 limit before the season starts on October 19th. The Bucks and the Nets, which I'll be calling on this very channel. And then next night I'll call the Spurs opener. So I will be streaming a little more than normal. Quick note on this channel and my other channels. I did stop doing the comic book channel. I don't have the time. I looked and I'm like, I already have the music channel, this channel, trying to do a 3rd channel. As much as I love comic books, it's just, that will burn me out. I've got plenty of music from, 30 songs I might use from my previous bands on the music channel, plus new stuff. And I just enjoy making music. So that's something I like doing anyway. So putting it on another channel is not going to, that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to force myself to do content. I see a new member, Ishan. They're my resident Ray Allen fan who teases me every time. Thank you for joining TSR Sports, Ishan Robinson to my right, and Ishan in the chat. Got to roll those R's. Giants are getting close to the red zone with the Cowboys, so keep an eye on that. So anybody that's not aware, I'm a New York Giants fan and San Antonio Spurs fan. Go figure. I have both games on. Wow. Kenny Galladay got knocked out of the game too. So Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and Kenny Galladay knocked out for the Giants. Oh my gosh. Ishan, I brought the membership back permanently because I had shut it off. I'm sorry, man. But it's still, 99 cents for you where you are? Or 50 cents or whatever, something very cheap. Thank you, Butterfly. Oh, and Mike Lennon falls down. That's a sack for the Cowboys. Spurs versus Magic. It's an away game for the San Antonio Spurs in Orlando, Florida. Magic are the home team, and wow, the arena is empty. How's it been in San Antonio? Suggs, Harris, Ross, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba. So Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Terrence Ross, Wendell Carter Jr., and Mo Bamba. Suggs, Ross. I got most of the starting lineup there. $1 and some cents. Oh, went up 7 cents. I'm sorry. Is the Spurs game televised today? James, I believe so in Texas, and that's a field goal for the Giants. So the score on that game is 17-13, as I'm keeping an eye on that, as I am a New York Giants fan. We'll focus on the Spurs, but I just saw the Spurs lineup and didn't catch it, but I'll take a look on the court now. DeJounte, Keldon, Jakob, Doug, and Derek. So the lineup from the first game, which I think this probably will be the starting lineup going into the season. Jakob Poeltl with the ball. Loses it. That's a steal. And we're going to have a fast break and an easy dunk for Gary Harris. Gary Harris in the starting lineup, so I got to get him up there. There we go. Don't know the Magic team very well, and, well, I haven't watched Orlando in ages, and they've changed all their roster, so there's that. Derek White thinks about a three, pulls it down, takes it, and it's going to be no good. Jakob with the putback, and that's no good, and I got to get on my scoreboard here, Rich. 2-0 Magic. Spurs still with the ball. Doug McDermott for three after a couple offensive boards. It's good. Spurs up 3-2. Extra smooth. What's up? Season pass is still under 15. Total or for a month? Can you really get the season pass for a year for 15 bucks, bro? It's 120 in America. That's another miss for the Magic. Spurs ball 3-2. We're in the first quarter. 10:45 to go, so very early game. DeJounte just steps up and pulls up a three and makes it. All right. Okay. Good evening, Veronica. What's up, JC? That's awesome to hear. Kyle, they're getting destroyed health-wise. Galladay, Barkley, Jones, all out of the game. It could be season over. And that's an inside jump, a layup for Wendell Carter Jr. It is 6-4. Spurs firing some threes off left and right. How about the Green Bay Packers today? I've heard Mason Crosby missed 3 field goals in a row before finally nailing one in overtime. DeJounte pull up in the paint is good. And this seems like a different Spurs team than we've seen the last 2 games. Much more aggressive, and they're a young team. They need to make Magic are young too, but they need to keep the up-tempo, push the pace, be aggressive. Suggs with the ball. My first introduction. This is my introduction, Jalen Suggs. Kicks the ball outside. And that's a turnover on the Magic as Mo Bamba stepped out of bounds. Wow. That is crazy, Sean. I wish I had those prices, but the economy is very different in India than America. So, I mean, and the demand for the NBA, I'm sure, is very different between America and India. Jakob Poeltl in the paint throws up his Jakob layup, and it's good. And the Spurs are getting some ball movement, making some shots, and this is a very different Spurs team than we saw the last 2 games. Good evening, Stephanie. Good to hear that, J Money. Thank you, Veronica. 17-13 Cowboys up, 11-14 to go in the third quarter. I've never watched 2 games at once. This is interesting. Jalen Suggs at the free throw line, guarded by DeJounte, drops it off, and a nice movement by the Magic. And they get it into Carter in the paint, and he will throw down a double-handed dunk to make it 10-6. 9 minutes to go in the first cue. Spurs or 92 Bulls today? What do you mean? Which team's better? The 92 Bulls would destroy this current version of the Spurs. Derek White for 3, in and out. Michael Jordan's Bulls would kill our team. Are you kidding me? It wouldn't be close. Oh my gosh, Jordan would go for 50. Is that a 3? That's a 3 for Carter, as he's been very active in this first quarter, 10-9. I think he has 7 points already. KJ with the ball, baseline 3. And Kelman Johnson with the 3. Kelman's shot has improved since that second half of the last game. Was struggling, but the second half of the last game that they unfortunately lost against the Heat, against their backups, Kelman has really heated up. Some would say he's on fire. Jalen Suggs pull-up jumper is going to... No, that's not Jalen Suggs. Sorry, Gary Harris. Got my 14 and 4 confused. Couldn't quite see the number. Yak in the paint. Left-handed reverse hook is good. It's 15-9 Spurs. 8 minutes to go in the game. Abe, I hope we see Optimus Primo today. They're playing like night. Oh. Dude, I'm trying to watch 2 games. Jokes are going to go over my head. Jokes are going to go way over my head. You got a lot going on through here. And a huge collision in the paint as the Magic turned the ball over. Terrence Ross got collided, and Spurs get it down the other end. Doug McDermott with the 3-pointer, and it's a miss. Carter with the rebound. 15-9 Spurs, 7.5 minutes to go. That's right, the Rays and Sox are playing right now, too. There's a lot of sports going on right now. You got the NBA, Major League Baseball playoffs, the NFL. I have no idea what's going on with the NHL right now. But absolutely crazy. It is 3rd and 6, Zachary. And my TV, my Spurs game's always a little behind because I'm streaming it, but the Giants game will be in sync because I'm watching it over the air. Dak Prescott under duress. We'll look back at the Spurs game. Runner in the paint is no good. Jakob with the rebound, and that's a first down for the Cowboys. Dang it. How about Tom Brady? 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. I swear he could play till he's 50. Derek White with the baseline 3, no good. Fight for the board, going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with San Antonio. 14 on the shot clock. Go Spurs, go Israel. You know, I haven't put one of these up yet. Go Spurs, go. Now for Bamba, pick of the 6 overall and play behind. Yeah. Until starts Tuesday. White to the bench. Wow, harsh. That's a miss. I didn't see who shot it for San Antonio. My apologies. 7 minutes to go in the first. It is Orlando Balls. I'm peeking on the Giants-Cowboys game. 17-13, 9-14 to go. And a miss down the other way. That might have been a turnover. And the Spurs turn the ball over. Jalen Suggs with the steal. And Derek White fighting for the ball. Now DeJounte. And Orlando finally comes away with it. And an easy fast break dunk for Gary Harris as no Spurs were around at all. 15-11, 6:37 to go in the first quarter. Derek White into the paint, out to Doug. Nope, that's another turnover for San Antonio, and another fast break, and a huge dunk as Orlando was fired up 15-13 as Terrence Ross puts it down with some thunder. Wow, Spurs getting a little sloppy with the ball. A couple turnovers. I cannot say that, but thank you for stopping in. Person who commented Magic win. Got a Magic fan. I'm sure there's more than just one Magic fan in the chat, so thank you guys for stopping in today. If you have not hit the thumbs up, it does help support the channel. It's fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And that's all I got. Yes, classic Coyote is right. We're in a commercial break for the Spurs game. We'll take a look at the Cowboys game, and Ezekiel Elliott looks like he was shooken up on that play. You just showed him on the Dallas sideline laying down. Maybe got the wind. I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, Stephanie, come on. Spurs is right. I know it's just a preseason. I'm tired of losing. And I've seen a lot of losing as a New York Giants fan. Thank you, Tyrion. Let's go Spurs is right, Wilson. Let's go is right. Got to get some momentum going into the regular season. I did a video recently on the preseason, kind of a mid-preseason. And some people are like, hey, chill out. You know, stop with the drama about how the guys are playing. I'm like, look, if you're shooting poorly in the preseason, that could carry over into the regular season. If you're, shooting well or shooting great, that probably will carry over too. So I want to see the players at least going in with some momentum. Even though the preseason itself means nothing, I think it's good to have some momentum going into the regular season. Pop is playing. He always is, Wilson. Hey, what's up, Greg and John? Thank you for stopping in. Why do you're always going to get dislikes on live streams? Because people are going to come in, they're going to be like, you're not showing the the live game, you suck, and they'll hit the dislike. But you know what? Dislikes help the channel too. I have one video with over 800,000 views on the channel, and somebody commented the other day is like, I don't comment on videos, but I hate this video, and I just kind of thought this video has a ton of views because of trolls. Trolls are actually the reason that the video is doing as well as it is. The video was not getting many views when did I do it? Sorry, I did it last year in March. And I was getting some views here and there, and then the trolls came out, and then the video just took off, and it's like, yeah, trolls comments, and the video's got over 4,000 dislikes, and like 8,000 likes or 9,000 likes, but still, it's like, you know what? Trolls help your channel. And the ultimate troll's on them, because while you think, haha, I disliked your video and put a comment that, you stink, it actually, they're helping you. So in the end, you trolled them. They're too trolly to know it. What's up, Phil? Thank you for being here. Channel member in the house. What do you say? I was hoping to see tier search and set. Oh, that's harsh, dude. That's come on, man. It's almost 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, Rashawn, get some rest, my friend. Ezekiel Elliott's in the game. J Money, Elliott's, I just saw him walking around. I think he's on the field. I think he's all right. Magic ball. I got to pay attention here. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Quick pull-up jumper is off the rim. No good for Mo Bamba. And it is Spurs ball. DeJounte uses Yak as a shield and pulls up. And DeJounte Murray shooting. Taking some shots today, making them 17-13. Ezekiel just ran the ball. Got stuffed for a 2-yard loss. He's in there. For the Cowboys fans in the chat. He's all right. Magic ball. 12 on the shot clock. We have a drive to the hoop, shot off the glass, no good by R.J. Hampton, but the putback by, my goodness, Wendell Carter Jr. is having a career game. Unfortunately, he's not going to count for anything statistically, as this won't go towards the regular season, but man, Spurs can't contain him. Doug McDermott, give and go with Jakob Poeltl, and Jakob Poeltl with the thunder dunk of justice, baby! Trying to save my voice. There we go, Yak. Throw it down with two hands. We know you can do it. And Ezekiel's going to walk into the end zone. He's actually taunting into the end zone. I'm surprised he's not getting flagged on that. 19-15 Spurs, and the Cowboys are up 23-13 on the Giants, and that game is probably going to be over really soon. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. DeJounte pulls up for another three. Just misses it. Mo Bamba with the rebound. You think Thad's coming in? I'd rather see Luka, or really, I'd rather see Primo. That three is no good by, I don't know who shot that. I have no idea who 55 is for the Magic. Not a clue. Doug McDermott into the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. Fight for the offensive board, and he's going to lose it. And it's now 24-13. Oh, boy. It's missed on the other end. Calvin Johnson with the defensive rebound. KJ to DeJounte to Doug. Doug thinks about a three, pulls it down into Jakob Poeltl in the paint. Yak with the give and go to Doug going back door. Can't get anything there. Gets it to Derek White. Derek White driving to the hoop, throws it up high off the glass. No good. Fouled. Going to go to the line for two. 3:57 left in the first quarter. Spurs up 19-15. I'm 42 and I'm in college. I went back to school when I was 39. Okay, I got you, Phil. Still seemed harsh. It's like, wow. Go, Lucas Sandwich, go. Yeah, James, that's how I'm feeling today as a New York Giants fan. Seeing three players knocked out of the game, and three arguably our best weapons. Kenny Golladay, I don't know if he's considered our best weapon, or he's one of our best wide receivers, but our quarterback, our running back, and wide receiver all knocked out. Already missing two wide receivers, already missing a starting left tackle. This is probably the Giants' season today. They lose their 1-4. Holy Devontae Adams game. Derek White's second free throw was good. And missing a bunch of players. Yeah, it's going to be season over. Wow, that sucks. It is Magic ball down 21-15. Just under 4 minutes to go. And I don't know who 55 is, but he takes a shot and he makes it. Hopefully the show is back so I can see his number, or his name. Turn around, turn around. Moore. Moore is 55. All right, I got your number, Moore. Moore with the bucket. My apologies. And another whistle down the other end, and that's on Moore. More fouls. That's right. Luka Chen is right. Oh, J Money was put in there. Thank you. What's up, Mario Maris? Thank you for stopping in. Do we, J Money? We're going to get crushed. Yeah, Nick. You guys are, I mean, barring a miracle, you guys are probably going to win. I would ask just, let's not. We have some pretty bad injuries today for the Giants, and I'm not making this excuse that we're going to probably lose the game, but I don't want to see a lot of gloating in the chat when we have Daniel Jones going to the hospital because of head injury. DeJounte with a really long three, and it's an air ball. That's the best we could get there. Shot clock ran out. Got to fire it up. I don't think Jock Landell's on Abe. I think I just saw Drew Eubanks check in. I'll have to take a look. Man, I don't know these Orlando players. Cole Anthony's going to bring it up for the Magic. Spurs with 4 turnovers, the Magic with 1. Remember last year the Spurs? They were one of the top teams in the least amount of turnovers. Cole Anthony pulls up and he throws up an air ball. It's going to be Spurs ball as it goes out of bounds. Or out of play. Out of bounds. I'm thinking football with the Giants and Cowboys on to my left. But this is different, having 2 TVs on, and this is a way I can call basketball and still watch football. So, I mean, I thought that was kind of unique. Devin Vassell launches a quick 3 off the pass, and it's no good. Pass from DeJounte Murray. I see Lonnie Walker checking in. Thaddeus Young is in there. Drew Eubanks, Devin Vassell, and DeJounte. So Pop is running with Thaddeus Young. Quick pull from the line, no good. It's Spurs ball. That was Moore with the shot again, I believe. DeJounte brings it up for San Antonio. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lonnie Walker now with the ball back to DeJounte Murray. 14 on the clock. DeJounte to the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. DeJounte started on fire, but has been, that's an interception. Giants turn the ball over. Magic ball, 12 on the shot clock. Magic almost turned the ball over. And Thaddeus Young with the steal. The Magic do turn it over. 21-17, Spurs up, 2 minutes to go. Thad Young out in three-point land. Gets it into Drew Eubanks. Eubanks thinks about the long mid-range jumper, decides not to take it. Gets it to Lonnie for three. Lonnie Walker. Oh, he needs that, man. Lonnie needs that. Some Spurs fans have been dogging Lonnie Walker with the preseason he's having, and I do think it's a make or break year. We have a timeout, 150 to go, 152 to go. This is Lonnie's contract year, so clearly it's a make or break, but I'm rooting for him to succeed. Some people are already saying get rid of him. I'm like, I know he's doing poorly in the preseason, but come on, let's give him a chance to turn it around. Just remember we beat Seattle with McCoy. Nick, not covering what game? The Giants game? I don't do Giants live streams on my channel. They draw no views whatsoever. I am watching the game, which is why I have the score right here. I have the Giants on my 32-inch TV and the Spurs on my 55-inch TV ahead of me. But this channel has been an NBA channel, and I know it's not about getting views, but I don't want to go back to streaming stuff with 10 or 15 people. That's really hard because the chat's not moving. Yeah, I mean, I look at other New York Giants channels that have 3,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, and when they're live, they generally pull 30 to 40 people. It's dominated by Bad Dog and Entertainer, and they've earned it. They do the most Giants content out of small channels that I know of, and it's just. And I don't really like calling football for 3.5 hours. I really don't. I like a nice 2-hour and 15-minute NBA game. Sean, I got the Spurs winning. We're due for a win. Magic we're a young team. I think the Magic are a little younger, and their roster completely changed from last season. While the Spurs had some changes, I think the Magic had even more with just shipping out most of their players for draft picks. NBA all day, Nick. It's just, yeah. I mean, with YouTube, you got to do stuff that you like, but you also want to do stuff that's going to help your channel grow and bring people in. And for me, there's not a ton of Spurs channels out there. It's really not. But we're trying to grow the community. I obviously work with, well, I don't know, obvious, but I did work playing the Spurs fan a few weeks ago. I'm going to have him on next week. Yeah, next week. GSG all the way. That sounds good to me, Vince. I have Spurs winning, but I think it's going U210. U210. Sean, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Going U210. U210. You mean the total score under 210? Is that the over-under? I'm guessing that's what you mean. Total score under 210. Sorry, the U210 totally threw me off, but I'm guessing under 210 is the total score. 41 points so far. Yeah. Unless both teams really pick it up, you're probably right. Yes, Nick, he does. I forgot his name. He was a little dinged up earlier in the game. I know who you're talking about. He gets an intercept. Yeah, he's been going nuts. But sorry, no one is picking up these Spurs games showing to you. You know, the good thing is, Butterfly, I guess for me as a Spurs fan, is there's not a lot of people doing stuff like I am with the play-by-play. There's, I think, very few people live streaming Spurs games where, like, the Lakers-Warriors game the other night, Bad Luck Sports is, a YouTube buddy of mine, and I saw his stream, and I was like, 12,000 views, or 13, or whatever it was. Like, that's very low for him. We have a turnover by the Spurs. And I looked, and somebody was literally showing the game and had 500,000 views. I was like, that's going to hurt stuff like he does in other channels that stream the Lakers or Warriors because, people are showing it. People are going to go watch the game where they can see it. And there was tons of channels showing the Lakers Warriors. Tons of channels. Whereas, are you going to have a lot of channels showing the Spurs? No. None. You're going to have them showing the Lakers Warriors. Maybe the Nets. Orlando ball, 24-17, a minute 10 left in the first quarter. Mobama gets into the paint, throws it up. Nice move, but couldn't convert it. Offensive rebound goes to the Magic. We have a runner, and that's a complete duck. R.J. Hampton with a terrible shot. Lonnie brings it up, takes a quick three. No good. I'll say this. Lonnie's not making his shots in the preseason, but he's firing away, which he needs to do. When Lonnie's confidence is down, he stops shooting. At least he's still shooting, but I'd like to see him get a rhythm at some point. Hampton with another miss. Thaddeus Young will bring it up for the Spurs. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. 24-17 still, as both teams have gone stagnant with their offense. Bryn Forbes is in. He takes a shot, and Bryn Forbes continues his hot preseason, or as some of you are calling him, bench Steph Curry. I don't know if I want to call not calling him this version of Steph Curry off the bench yet. He definitely has not earned those stripes. By the way, the Orlando Magic have 2 Wagners on there. And a nice steal by Lonnie Walker. Spurs bringing it up the court. Lonnie into the paint. Very acrobatic layup. No good, but there is a foul. Lonnie going to go to the line for 2. Are Franz Wagner and Moritz Wagner brothers? They have similar numbers, 22 and 21 on the Orlando Magic. I forgot to check that before the game. But the same last name. Both their first names end in Z. We both have low numbers in the 20s. John Lou, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Butterfly, it's... Oh, Spurs have 27. Sorry. Yeah, people are really finding ways to show the Lakers games, and I feel bad for people that do content like this because it's going to hurt it. It just is. It's inevitable. Would you rather have somebody talk about the new Spider-Man movie, or would you rather go watch it? I mean, that's what it is. Hopefully, people don't start doing that with the Spurs games. I mean, I'll still have my dedicated stop in here and there, but I definitely would lose a lot of viewers myself. Wagner misses the 3. It's going to be Spurs ball at 2.3. Nope, actually, it's staying with Orlando. 2.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Orlando down 28-17. An aging master grew tired of his apprentice complaints. One morning, he sent him to go get some salt. Oh, we got a story in the chat. Does it one? And that shot's going to be no good. And are they going to count that tip in at the end? Nope. Second quarter coming up. Spurs are up 28-17 and look much better than they did the last 2 games. He put in a glass of water, then said, "Drink it. How does it taste?" The master asked. "Bitter," said the apprentice. Junior, I heard that the Spurs are going to be televised on all the games if you're in Texas. I think well, you know what? Forbes didn't only... You know, Kyle, we have a bunch of injuries. So, I mean, if you're laughing about my team having injuries and a guy going to the hospital, that, you know, hey, I'll try not to do that if that happens to your teams. I'd rather not talk about... I'm actually going to shut this Giants game off shortly if the Cowboys score again, because it's... I mean, we're missing half the starting lineup on offense. Spurs are looking good so far. They are looking good. The master chuckled and then asked the young man to take the same handful of salt and put it in the lake. Let's go, Lonnie's right, Stephanie. What was I saying earlier? I was responding to something. Oh, Bryn Forbes. I know, Kyle, but I don't really want to hear about the... You know, let's not throw shade at a team that had 3 players go out and 2 players get carted off. That's... I mean, I wouldn't do that to the Cowboys. I'd be glad we were winning if we were, but not if players were going out in injury. I never like seeing getting players injured on either team. That being said, let's focus on the Spurs for a minute. Bryn Forbes, definitely being with the Bucks for a year and winning a championship, I'm sure helped him mature. But the reason I think Forbes did well in Milwaukee is he went where his best role, off the bench. The Spurs tried to make him a starter. It didn't work. And if he's going to be the kind of Patty Mills role coming off the bench, hit big shots, hit a high percentage of 3-pointers, I'm totally fine with him being here because we need 3-point shooting. So good on him. So far, kind of making Spurs fans step back and go, you know what? Yeah, he's not great defensively. He's not good defensively at all. But that's not his role. His role is a scorer and a shooter. And a bench role, getting 18 to 20 minutes a game. No more than that. I don't want to see him get Patty Mills. I thought was getting too many minutes last year when he initially was averaging 25 to 26. He should be 20 minutes or less. And... maybe he's here a couple years and then Josh Primo's ready to take that role, or, gosh, I don't know what's going to happen with our young guys moving forward. Lonnie looked much better in the first quarter than he did the last 2 games total. As the water dripped down the young man's chin, the master asked, "How does it taste?" "Fresh." Remember the apprentice? "Do you taste the salt?" asked the master. "No," said the young man. I wonder where this is going. The angle's like I'm on the court viewing from... Oh, gosh, Juan, I hate that view. They tried that view occasionally last year with ESPN, like the courtside view. Courtside's great if you're there. When you're trying to watch it on TV, I just want to see it like I'm watching it on TV, especially when I'm calling the game. Orlando moving the ball all over the place. 0 on the shot clock. When the shot goes up, that's going to be a shot clock violation. A little too much ball movement by the Magic. 28-17, Spurs up as the second quarter is underway. Spurs shooting 43% for the day, and the Orlando Magic are shooting 31%. Has Bryn bulked up our flight? I didn't know this. Hola, Ken from Colombia. Spurs shooting 31% from the arc. Magic only shooting 20%. Lonnie Walker with the ball, pulls up behind the free throw line. It is in and out, no good, and we're going to have an offensive foul on the Spurs on the offensive rebound. I'm in San Antonio, but I haven't kept up with anything in sports recently. Martin Samuel Jr. He's not as good as Patty Mills. I'm easy, but if he can be the three-point shooter that Patty is, that's all I'm looking for. If he can score like he did with Milwaukee, 11 points in 18 minutes off the bench, I think that's roughly what he did with the Bucks, I'll take that. That's Patty scoring 13 in 24 minutes, so that's similar production. I know they're not the same player, and Patty's actually, they're both NBA champions. It's a long three, and that is a three-pointer for the Magic. Who shot that? I think that was R.J. Hampton with the three. 28-20. Forbes into the paint. The runner is good. I gotta tell you, man, offensively, I know it's just a preseason, but Bryn Forbes does seem different than when I last saw him in San Antonio. I didn't see anything that he did with Milwaukee last year. Definitely seems more confident with his shot. That's a miss, and Devin Vassell with the rebound for the Spurs. He'll bring it up 30-20. The Giants game is still 24-13 in the third quarter, a little under 3 minutes to go in that. Forbes out in three-point land, starts to drive into the paint. Pull-up jumper is going to roll off the rim. Spurs get the ball back. Lonnie Walker, he'll drive to the paint, and a nice acrobatic layup, and one! So many people are saying cut Lonnie. On the recent video I did, I'm glad to see he's having a much better game. Williams is out. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? This is Cowboy X Factor, obviously a Cowboys fan. Brutal game for missed the free throw. Brutal game if you're a New York Giants fan. Not only is the team losing, season just about to possibly be over, dropping to 1-4, but 3 starters get knocked out with 1 going to the hospital. Your quarterback, that's a field goal for the Cowboys. So this game's just about done. Orlando ball. 10 minutes to go in the first half. The hook shot is going to be no good. And we're going to Lopez, I guess, the double dribble? Not sure what happened there. Let me update this for anybody that cares. That's turning into a blowout. Devin Vassell, he'll drive into the paint. Pull-up mid-range jumper is good. And Devin Vassell, I feel like he worked on his mid-range jumper. We're seeing that more. But Trey Jones is hurt right now. Trey Jones, I think, has an ankle injury. R.J. Hampton for 3, no good. Devin Vassell with the rebound. Sprints up the court, gets it to Lonnie Walker. Walker in the paint. Throws it out. Spurs get it out to Thaddeus Young. Young back to Devin Vassell. Vassell with the mid-range jumper in and out. But Devin taking the mid-range is more. That's good. You don't want to be one-dimensional as an NBA player. I like to see him adding that mid-range jumper. Something Kellen needs to work on. And that's a big 3 for the Magic. That was Moore for 3. 34-23. 9 minutes to go in the first half. San Antonio up by 11. Devin Vassell with the give and go turns the ball over. Could not handle the pass. It is Magic ball. And now another whistle, and that's going to be a foul on the Spurs. The pain of life is pure salt, no more no less. The amount of pain in life remains exactly the same. However, the amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain. I was wondering where the heck you were going with that, John. I was so confused, but I get it. Stop being glass, become a lake. I hope Primo gets some minutes today. I hope Jock Landale, unless he's hurt. I know he took a shot in the face from Lonnie Walker, of all people. Always look the glass full. You got to be like water. Bruce Lee always said, be like water. You have to flow and adapt. Whatever container you pour water into, the water adapts to the side, what the container is. You got to be like water. This Giants game is getting terrible to watch. Oh my goodness. Go Spurs, go. Sounds good to me. We got a record small crowd in here today, but it's also the Cowboys are playing. There's Major League Baseball playoffs, so I didn't think there'd be a big crowd. Plus, it's the Orlando Magic and the San Antonio Spurs, and there's no superstars between the two teams. So those of you that are here, I truly appreciate you. Magic ball down by 11, 8:45 to go in the first half. And that three-pointer is going to be good by Franz Wagner. 34-26, single digits for the Spurs. KJ's checked back in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes takes into the paint. Out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson will drive. Throws it high up off the glass and good. What a difficult shot. Nice job by Keldon Johnson. 36-26. I prefer to dunk, but you got to take what the defense gives you. Magic ball. Wagner with the ball again. I don't know, is it Wagner or Wagner? I don't know. And the Magic are going to turn the ball over. I don't know if we had an offensive foul or travel, but whatever it is, it's Spurs ball with 8:10 to go, 36-26. Thank you, Tyrion. I think the crowd will pick up once the Cowboys game is over. Kadarius Coney's having a huge game, 7 for 147. Keldon with the runner. It's good and one. Has Keldon Johnson turned a little of a corner since that second half of the Miami Heat game? He really came to life, and he's been on fire since for the most part. Tony's injured? Oh, come on. Are you serious? I just saw him make a catch. I didn't realize he got hurt too. Come on. We're going to lose our whole friggin' offense. KJ's free throw's good, 39-26. The Cowboys-Giants game, there's less than 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. And now another whistle goes against the Magic. Ooh, they're not catching any breaks at home. Take for ball out. Well, it's 3 seasons, so I mean, we're not going to tank in the preseason, my man. I got the TSR Sports jersey on, by the way, today. Since I'm watching football and calling the Spurs, I was like, I'll wear a football jersey. My favorite cartoon growing up? I suppose that would be the 80s. And the ball's punched out of play. It's going to stay with San Antonio. Probably, I liked a couple cartoons in the 80s. When I was a little kid, Transformers was probably my number 1 with G.I. Joe, a close number 2. In the 90s, it was Beavis and Butthead. As a teenager, definitely Beavis and Butthead. And if you ask what my favorite... Oh, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a, an older kid in the 80s. So, and then Beavis and Butthead would be my favorite cartoon when I was a teen. My favorite cartoon of all time, probably Beavis and Butthead. Derek White pulls up, misses the shot. Spurs get the... This is a terrible camera angle. I absolutely hate it. Hate this camera angle. It's on the floor where the camera sits right next to the basketball post. This, I don't like it. Keldon Johnson dribbling all over the place. Gets into the paint. Pulls up with a jumper. Off the glass and good. More points for KJ. He got 9 or 10 right now. I like Thundercats, but it wasn't one of my top ones. But Thundercats. Oh! I mean, I liked Voltron too. He-Man. By the power of Grayskull. No, what? By the power of Grayskull is lifting that. I have the power! And a big dunk. Speaking of power, by Wendell Carter Jr., continuing his good game for the Magic. 41-28, 6:45 to go in the first half. Spurs have all their starters back in. Derek White drives right. Throws it cross court to Keldon Johnson and almost turns the ball over. And it's going to go out of play. It will stay with San Antonio. 7 on the shot clock. The tick. Ankle ref out. What? Don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Pirtle Power. We have a commercial break for the Spurs and a commercial break for the Giants and Cowboys. So I've got double commercial break. You know what that means? Babe, would you like some water? No? Okay. Good to have you here, big man. It's going to go Spurs go up. Go Spurs go. And if you haven't thumbs up, it looks like that would appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to at least 100 thumbs up today, but we're not even up to 50. Oh, usually at this time we have about 100 plus people in here. We have 60. This Cowboys game is definitely not helping us today. But it's all good. those of you here again, I thank you for hanging out, and I'm sure it'll pick up as the game goes on. Nice favorites for me. DBZ is Dragon Ball Z, I'm guessing, and I don't know what Ed, and Eddie are. I don't know what Gumball is either. I do know what South Park is. Kyle, I want to see Landell get more minutes. That's for darn sure. Giants offense, Kadarius Toney, 147 yards. The rest of the team, 90. Tony's in the game. He's all right. I thought you said Babe, not Dave. Yeah, Tony's back. Zachary, I see him right there. I mean, the game's not over. For anybody that's a Cowboys fan, it's not guaranteed you'll win, but man, we're missing a lot of our offensive starters, so it's not good if I'm as a Giants fan. Still in a commercial break. I'll keep an eye on the Giants and Cowboys game. Mike Lennon is 7 of 8 for 93 yards, 1 pickle. Must have been passing yards with the 90. Play action, he'll throw right, and it's caught. Evan Engram gets the first down. Giants in the red zone, so we got to keep an eye on this. Giants threatening to score, trying to make this a game despite missing almost all of their offensive weapons. They are trying to make a game out of it. I feel like to have a coach for New York Giants who's nothing but just another guy on words above for Playmaker Gecko, you know what hurts right now is all my best players are hurt. And I don't know how severely they are hurt. I can't even think about the coaches right now. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, both carded out today. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I figured, Zachary. I figured it wasn't anything serious. We're coming back to the Magic and the Spurs game. I'm going to keep an eye on this Giants-Cowboys game because the Giants are in the red zone. And yeah, I'll say this again. Anybody hasn't seen the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight from last night, it's worth watching if you're a boxing fan. Even a casual boxing fan. It was a really good fight. Probably their best out of their trilogy. It is Magic Ball. They're down 41-28, 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the first half. And we're going to have, nope, no pull of 3, never mind. Drive to the baseline, or drive to the hoop, and a nice drive by Terrence Ross. He was going to shoot a 3, but pulled it down. Took it at the defense, hit the bucket, 41-30. Spurs ball. Doug McDermott. To Jakob Poeltl, back out to KJ, and the Spurs do have all their starters still out there. Keldon drives, gets to Doug McDermott. Dermott goes baseline, and now a travel on Keldon Johnson. It's 3rd and goal from the New York Giants with 13 minutes to go in the game for the Giants and Cowboys. Giants in serious trouble of the season being over, not only because of injuries, but dropping to 1-4. Probably going to very possibly seal your fate, plus with those injuries they're dealing with. Magic Ball, 13 on the shot clock. Nice back door by R.J. Hampton. Can't make the layup, but he did get fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. Carlos Jeter, what's up, my man? Thank you for stopping in. Spurs should win this game as a Magic are a team that... I was saying that earlier, Playmaker Gecko. They're more rebuild than us. So we should win this game. Colin Johnson, those are our wide receivers. I don't even know who, I didn't really know who Colin Johnson is, to be honest with you. He's like the 5th wide receiver on the team, right? Or 6th wide receiver? I thought CJ Board was ahead of him. Crikey, I don't know. Couple free throws. Oh, they didn't show the first free throw, but he made it. And the second free throw was good. It is 41-32. Spurs up by 9. I got to keep an eye on this 3rd and goal from the New York Giants. My apologies. Trying to watch 2 games at once. It's definitely something different. DeJounte Murray on 3-point land. Starts to drive. Backs off. Gets to Jakob Poeltl in the post. Poeltl looking to drive himself. And we got another travel on the Spurs. That's turnover. Fourth and goal for the Giants from about the 1.5. They just gained 7 yards. 35-35. Browns game. Dang. Butterfly, I agree. Got to win this one. 41-32. 5-10 and another whistle. Wow, there have been a lot of whistles in the last few minutes. Too many whistles. Fourth and goal for the New York Giants from the 2-yard line. For anybody that cares. Is that a KB? Who that? Michael Lennon is going to throw, and his receiver is on the ground. Tony's looking for a flag, not going to get it. That's a turnover on downs for the Giants. Wow. Can't catch a break. Depressed New York Giants fan. Wagner at the line, and the free throw is good. The Magic are in the bonus. 41-33. I didn't see the whole play is accurate. I don't know if he fell, if there was incidental contact. Either way, it's a turnover on downs. 41-33. Spurs up by 8. 5:12 to go. Second free throw is good. Make it up by 7. 41-34. And it'll be Spurs ball. Jakob Poeltl. Devin Vassell's checked in. And we do have a KBD sighting. Keita Bates-Diop's in the game. Gets it to Keldon Johnson. Johnson loses the ball out of play. And it was knocked out. It will stay Spurs ball at 10 on the shot clock. KBD is playing. I know. I had to double check myself when I saw number 31. I'm like, wait, KBD's in the game? I'm sorry. So you see him so infrequently. I have to I question myself if I got the right name, because sometimes guys that play so infrequently, I'm like, wait, who's in the game? Are my eyes deceiving me? People make no sense about which is what they say. Pop and coaching is old. It's valid. I see some rumors that this will be Pop's last year, by the way. I said that last season. I think this will be his last year. He just needs 26 wins to get the all-time wins, but I think the Spurs can at least win 26. DeJounte all over the place with the ball. Finally turns it over, and the Magic going fast break. They will have a fast break. That's R.J. Hampton with the layup. It is 41-36, 4.5 minutes to go. Spurs, Keldon Johnson, quick pull-up from the free throw lines. No good, but I'm glad to see he's working that into his game. And some of you had mentioned that he needs a little work on his Euro step. Well, having Manu Ginobili on the staff, certainly somebody that can help you with your Euro step. Jalen Suggs gets mauled, passes it out, and the long shot is no good. Rebound will go back to the Magic. Gary Harris missed the baseline shot. Still Orlando ball, 7 on the clock. Suggs on a nice behind-the-back pass, and it's deflected. KBD with the steal. KBD takes it in, and KBD throws up the high layup. No good. But it is put back in by Devin Vassell. Nice job, Vassell, following the play. Let's take a look at that Giants Kadarius Toney play, if it was PI or not. Yep, that was pass interference. Ooh. And Giants just got a... Cowboys just got a good non-call there. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, boy. 12 minutes to go in this football game that's just painful to watch. As a New York Giants fan. The New York Giants have been painful to watch the last decade. Who am I kidding? They've just been bad. We're in a timeout with the basketball game, 43-36 in quarter 2. Appreciate everybody hanging out on a Sunday afternoon. This is actually a weird early game, too. Spurs don't usually play at 6 o'clock. So there is that. There is that. 27-13, under 12 minutes to go. Cowboys first down and 10 at their own 12. I'm just, this football game depressed me. I'm sorry. And dropping to 1-3, or dropping to 1-4, excuse me. They're 1-3 now. The Cowboys would improve to 4-1, which would be first place in the division. The division stinks again. So 4-1 is a big lead. I think the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles are both 2-3. So to have a 2-game lead after 5 weeks, that's a good position to be in. Go forward with Tank. Spurs went with Tank. But I think essentially we've confirmed rebuild mode with all the young guys and letting all the vets walk. I know we got a couple of vets in Alfred Camino and Thaddeus Young, but that was more because of a trade more than, we weren't trying to bring them in. And Doug McDermott's a vet. But he's still in his 20s. I think he's 29. But he's not in that 25 and under club that we have a ton of guys in. Oh, boy. CeeDee Lamb won a huge first down. Cowboys just moving the ball. Well, no. Giants defense is probably tired. Wow. 41-35 Browns. Kareem Hunt with a couple touchdowns now. Mino's just, yeah, he's doing, but he's going to help players on and off the court, Butterfly, so I would assume Mino Ginobili can help some of the, our young guys with the Euro step, which he was a master of. Chiefs Bills is going to be a good game. I'm not going to watch it. I used to watch 2 or 3 football games on Sundays when I was younger. Those days are over. I will watch, finish watching the Giants and Cowboys to my left, and I don't want to watch another game. I'll focus on the Spurs Magic game, especially in the second half when this game is over, which kind of feels like it is because of what's happening. Yes, Bill Belichick was a defensive coordinator when I was a Giants fan. Yes, I started a Giants fan for over 30 years, so yes, Belichick was still there. 43-36, 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half. Magic ball. They are in the bonus. KBD's in there for the Spurs. No Jacques Landale sighting, nor any Joshua Primo action as of yet, nor Lucas Sandwich, and that's a turnover for the Magic. Spurs ball trying to go fast break. KBD takes it up, throws up the layup, and it's blocked, and KBD has missed 2 fast break layups now. They're getting no love. Jalen Suggs into the paint. He'll make his layup. It's 43-38, as this game is much closer than I would like it to be. Magic have 3 blocked shots in the first half. Not too shabby. Drew Eubanks finds Devin Vassell. Vassell will drive. Pull up from the free throw line is no good. Devin's taking these free throw line jumpers, but he's not making these free throw line jumpers. So that's a little alarming. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer because of the... Yes. Well, there's a big difference. Robert Horry's a 7-time NBA champion who's not top 10 in anything, I believe, historically for the NBA, and he has no Finals MVPs. Eli Manning's a 2-time NBA Finals MVP and in the top 10 for numerous passing records. He also has the passing record for most passing yards in a playoff series. Down himself for 3. Plus, there's the Manning name. So I see your analogy with rings, but Manning's a 2-time MVP. That's going to carry more weight than the 7 rings. They're going to look at Robert Horry as right place, right time, more than anything. And Eli Manning was a starting quarterback. Robert Horry was a bench player. There's a huge difference there. Jalen Suggs takes a long 3, and in and out. The rim robbed him. Magic get the offensive rebound. And the little jumper in the paint's going to roll off the rim. Mo Bamba misses the shot, but he is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. Deontay Wilder has 8 kids? What? Dang. Thank you, Juan. I thought they were good points. I mean, a lot of people look at Robert Horry and make the joke, well, he's got 7 rings. I'm like, you got to put the rings in. It's all about context. Yes, he has 7 championships. And yes, he contributed, but he was a bench player. He wasn't the guy in any of those 7. Anything interesting happen in the NBA game? No, I'm watching the Giants-Cowboys. For the Giants-Cowboys game, Blazing Bacon, Saquon Barkley carted off the field. Daniel Jones carted off to the hospital. Kenny Galladay knocked out of the game. So New York Giants are beat up. As far as the Spurs game, that free throw was good. Bambo Bamba. I think he made 1 or 2. Sorry, a little distracted talking to the chat, watching this game, watching that game. The struggle is real. Lonnie's played better. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the Spurs, I believe. So we're going to go right back to the Orlando Magic as Drew Eubanks gets whistled up. That's an I was going to say Emmitt Smith touchdown. Wow. Ezekiel Elliott with the touchdown. This Giants game's over. This game's over. If anything happens, you guys can let me know. I'm going to shut that off. It's 33-13. The Giants are missing most of their offense. The game's over. Their season might be over. Not trying to be negative. You lose your quarterback, your running back, and 3 of your 4 starting wide receivers. No team's overcoming that. Nobody. Spurs ball, 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Yes, I think Primo's going to be in the G League. Yeah. I've seen people say start Lonnie. I don't know what they're going to do when the season starts. Derek White has definitely had a rough preseason himself. KBD with the ball. Bounce pass to Drew Eubanks and a fight for the ball and a scramble for the ball. And we're going to have probably a jump ball. As Drew Eubanks is getting just mauled by 3 Orlando Magic players. Finally a jump ball. happening. DJ has been an all-star. I would like to see Lonnie Walker in the dunk contest. That would be nice. I don't know why he hasn't done one yet, but Sedge says that's far from reality. I don't know what's far from reality. I'll just have to take your word for it. Minute to go in the first half. Spurs up by 7. Jalen Suggs with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Pass it off to, can't see who that is. I think that's Hampton. Yep, Hampton with the ball back to Suggs. Suggs gets it into the paint. And we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. Derek White gets whistled. And that's going to be 2 free throws for the Magic. I know we're up by 7. I feel like we're letting the Magic hang around too much. All right, Carlos, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Be good. Oh, it's turnover from the Magic. No free throws. Offensive foul, apparently. Spurs ball, 46-39. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. First half. Drew Eubanks with the ball right now. 7 on the shot clock. Gets it to Derek White. White with the jumper from the free throw line. It's an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Magic ball. Derek White's struggling woes continue. At least he's healthy. I mean, we got that going for us, right? I mean, the poor dude's always hurt. Stay healthy. Well, I expect my Spurs subscribers that are also Cowboys fans to be coming in any time within the next 30 minutes to give me some crap for today's game. Yes, that was a 15-foot air ball. Yep. 15-foot air ball is what we had there. Mobama, 2 free throws as he was fouled and misses the first one. This could be a long year for me, or a long fall, being a New York Giants and a San Antonio Spurs fan, as both teams, Spurs are in a rebuild, and the Giants aren't supposed to be in a rebuild, but with all these injuries, they might just be forced into one. 46-40, 30 seconds to go. Derek White drives hard and will lose the ball, but it'll go out of play off of, I believe, Mobama. It'll stay with the Spurs. 14 on the shot clock, 27.6 on the game clock. Let's extend this lead. Let's go into halftime up by 8 or 9. Spurs will get it in. Lonnie Walker pick and roll with Drew Eubanks. He launches a 3, and it is off the front of the rim. Oh, and it goes in! Off the front of the rim, that finally goes in. The rim is kind to Lonnie Walker on that one, 49-40. And the Magic will hold for the last shot of the first half. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Quick pull-up jumper is no good. KBD with the rebound. 2, 1. We'll take the full court 3 and 9 close. All right, I'll take 49-40 at the half. Because the last 2 games we were down by what, 15 and 17, or I don't know. The first half was ugly at times. Not an equal sign, Rich. Where's my slashy thing? There it is. Wow, that's not a bad. 49-40. What if Mahomes was on the Giants? Why would the Kansas City Chiefs ever get rid of Patrick Mahomes? Not happening. Let's post some halftime statistics. Don't need that remote anymore because the football game is over. I go to the box score and we'll look at some stats. Where are the stats? Lineup. They're not showing the box score tonight. There we go. I found it. Box score. All right. Let's take a look at the Orlando Magic first. Terrence Ross has 8. Wendell Carter Jr. has 11. Mo Bamba with 2. Gary Harris with 4. Jalen Suggs with 2. Those are the starters for the Magic. Coming off the bench, R.J. Hampton has 3. Cole Anthony has as many as me. That's none. Echuan Moore with 5. Franz Wagner with 5. Robin Lopez also scored the same that I have, which is 0. For the San Antonio Spurs, starting lineup, Kellen Johnson with 10 points. Off to a pretty good game so far. Doug McDermott with 3. Jakob Poeltl with 6. DeJounte Murray with 7. Came out firing, but has slowed down since that first quarter. Derek White has 2 points. He is 0 for 5 from the field, including 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Derek White is struggling. Wow, 40. Wow, that Chargers-Browns game is nuts. Coming off the bench, Lonnie Walker with 10 points and having a good shooting day so far. Drew Eubanks with 0. Thaddeus Young with 0. Ben Vassell with 7. Bryn Forbes with 4. KBD with 0. Okay. We have not seen Jacques Lindell. We have not seen Joshua Primo. We haven't seen Lucas Samanic. And if there's any of the young guys that will get playing time, I think it would be those three. Will Pop come out with a different lineup in the second half? What do you think? Or will he come out with the starters again? I don't know. How do I get back to the main screen? All right, I guess I just got to leave the app and go back in. Good evening, Bobby February. Bring back, I don't think Brett's coming back. Derek White looks off, Bobby. It's just a preseason, but he is struggling. Magic come back? We'll see in the second half. Lonnie doing, yes, he is doing good today. And he's been aggressive the preseason. Derek looks, I mean, it's early to say this, but could all the injuries be catching up to him and slowing him down? I mean, repeated injuries, especially to the same part of your body, eventually start taking their toll. Murray and White will be done second half. You don't think they're coming back out? Why am I going to my YouTube app? I'll never know. Let's put the NBA app again, but back into this game. 49-40 at the half. Spurs playing much better basketball than they did the last two. Well, Giants punched the Cowboys hard? Wait, what happened? What do you mean the Giants punched the Cowboys hard? Josh Gordon's active? Don't get me started. Well, Josh Gordon had an unbelievable year for the Cleveland Browns. Was it 6 or 7 years ago? I think he led the NFL in receiving yards and only played 14 games. I had him on my fantasy team that year, and he just went absolutely off, and then has not been able to stay out of trouble since. It's just been, there's a fight? Oh. 89 punched 18 in that. That's Kadarius Toney. Number 89. Ooh, let me put that game back on. Of course, I shut it off into a bunch of fights. Dang it. Team's probably tired of it. If Kadarius Toney is throwing punches and he gets suspended for the next game, the Giants are going to have literally no wide receivers. Yeah, 89's Kadarius Toney, our rookie. 34-13 with 6 minutes to go. Giants are getting crushed and are going to drop to 1-4. And even more importantly than losing, I don't know how long Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley are going to be out. So Kadarius Toney's getting gang tackled. Kyle Rudolph runs in and hits one of the Cowboys, and Evan Engram's pushing. Wow, just everybody's pushing. Oh, Toney threw a punch. Yeah, that's smart. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Peter, yes, this is preseason. I'm covering it because I want to see the rookies. Unfortunately, Pop has not been playing the rookies much. I don't know what he's going to do in the second half. Yeah, I agree, Brianna. Even though it's a preseason, you want to see your players hit some shots and go into the regular season with momentum. You don't want to see them going in ice cold. And Derek, with today's game, is 0 for 5, is probably shooting about 25% for the preseason, which is very alarming. Fast Food Toy Box, what's up? By the way, Bobby February, I haven't given out a wrench in a long time. You've been coming to my streams for a year. You know what? Say hello to my little wrench. Use it, don't abuse it. Because if you abuse it, I can take wrenches away. But you are wrenched up, man. Welcome to the Blue Squad. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm tired. I'm sorry I'm yawning. I don't know what's going on. But I do not like it at all. Well, if this is Pop's last year, more than likely. Certain websites are reporting they think it's going to be his last year. I said last season. I think this season would be his last year. I think he's going to break the record. The guy's 72 years old. He's not going to be here long enough to see the rebuild all the way through. I don't think he is. I can't imagine he's going to want to coach to like 75. I mean, at some point, you got to retire and enjoy life. You want to comment with what Robinson's about to say or talk about? What is David Robinson about to say? That's a good question. If you want to put that in the chat, all right. What is David Robinson about to say? Sox up 4-3. What's with our turnovers, man? Could be. Could be. We were very, very good with turnovers last year. And again, DeMar DeRozan was part of our starting lineup and did not turn the ball over often. I think he averaged 2 turnovers a game last year, maybe not even 2, 1.9, 1.8. If you want to actually, let me look. I know Basketball Reference right now. I think DeRozan averaged under 2 turnovers. I think. I could be wrong because he did average, 7 assists? So that would be a really good assist-to-turnover ratio. 2.1 and 6.9 assists. Actually, his assists did come down a little bit. He was over 7 for the longest time. Turnovers are 2.1. But that's 21.6 points per game that somebody's got to take over. Who's going to do it for the Giants? The Spurs. I just saw the Giants and a flag on the play. Sorry, I got distracted. Who's going to be the leading scorer for the Spurs this season? I think it's going to be Kelvin. I'm going to go KJ. Wow, Kyle Rudolph's got all sorts of pass interference with on that play. Yeah, you can't do that. So the Giants will have a first and goal. Unfortunately, there's very little time left in the game. There's 4 minutes and 16 seconds. I don't think they're putting up 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes. That would be something if they did. Not likely. So while we're in halftime with the Spurs and the Magic, I'm going to watch the Giants game here for a second. See if the Giants can at least get to 20. Mike Glennon in the shotgun. First and goal from the 10. Glennon will drop back, throws right. And that's going to be a gain of 8. It'll be second and goal from gain of 7. Second and goal from the 3. Thought they Booker with the catch. TSR is really amazing. Okay. I can go with that. DeRozan's Bulls are 2-0, are they? Second and goal for the Giants from the 3. I hope DeMar does well. I mean, Chicago's stacked. Chicago should have a very good team this year, barring anything weird happening. Second and goal for Glennon and the Giants. Glennon from shotgun will drop back. Looking to throw left. Now going to scramble right. Throws deep and overthrows everybody. Third and goal. That's great. Well, Barron throwing a pickle, I guess, or fumbling the ball. Top 10 plays of the NBA. Wonder how many Spurs are on there. Probably none. This is for last night. San Antonio didn't play. Play number 1. Atlanta, Memphis. A miss and a slam dunk. Don't know who that is. Third and goal for the Giants as we're still in timeout. Congratulations, J Money. That's awesome. Third and goal, 3.5 minutes to go in the Giants-Cowboys. Mike Glennon throws left, and a beautiful catch. Is that a touchdown? Touchdown, Giants. Ross with the touchdown. Yeah, Veronica, they scored. Not giving up. They're still down 2 touchdowns. I mean, we're missing so many guys. It is what it is. But it's nice to see him scoreless. And John Ross is actually starting to show us something here and there for the Giants. You're welcome. Your soccer team's usually doing pretty well. I'm going to put up quarter 3 in case the third quarter starts and I'm not ready for it. Or quarter 4, apparently. I'm just ready to skip a whole quarter. Scoring review. Looked like a touchdown at first initial glance. I've been here since... And you see, I am nerdy. Bobby February. I collect comic books. I like comic book movies. I'm goofy. I do impersonations. Horror movie fan. Yeah, I'm out there. The Giants are... Now, Scorpio King. I don't know what your football team is, but if they lost their starting quarterback, their starting running back, and we're down 3 wide receivers plus an offensive lineman, how good would your team be doing right now? I'm going to reckon that they would not be doing very well. So I'm just going to throw that out there. What? Goff Peak? What? Blazing Saddle 31s would give Pop the record. So, I mean, there's that. The trade for Ben Simmons could be Derek White, Al Farouk Amino, and Drew Eubanks. And I think Philly's going to want too many picks. That's going to be the problem. I hope Jacques Littell gets some playing time. I haven't got to see him much. I've not got to see him much. So I mean, the Magic are rebuilding too. So I mean, we should be winning, as we're in I guess less of a rebuild mode. If that makes any sense. Positives from the game: Lonnie Walker has played much better than he did all preseason. Derek White is still struggling. He has not hit a shot. I believe he's 0 for 5. Calvin's looking good. The Kelvin Johnson from the second half against the Heat's carried over. He's been shooting much better. Devin seems more aggressive with taking 2-pointers. So overall, I mean, the team, yeah, I mean, they're leading. So that's a positive. It works. Philly wants too much. I have a feeling they're going to want 2 first-rounders plus players. And I don't think anybody's going to do that. Ben Simmons is a good player, but would you want to give up 3 players and 2 first-rounders for him for a guy that's currently sitting out and not playing for his current team and could do that to you too? And we already had that happen to us. Do you really want to give up a lot of players and draft picks for Kawhi 2.0? And I hate labeling like that, but right now that's what it looks like. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, mine's been good so far. Makes my name. Oh, all right. I mean, hey, there's that too. It's blue. Oh, the touchdown was taken away on the scoring review. It's 34-13. Booker with the pass, and he will dive into the end zone on 4th and goal. Loses his helmet and did not get in. But just nothing goes right for the Giants. Spurs to 21-209. Yeah, I didn't realize there was no touchdown. I was talking to you guys. I looked over. I'm like, oh, it's still 34-13, and the Giants can't convert on 4th and goal. Season might be over. I think he's in. Oh, can I see that again? That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That was a touchdown right there. His knee went down, but he was not touched. He got back up. That's a touchdown. What's up, Ben Simmons? They're talking about you in the chat on what they would trade for you. Yes, we already dealt with Kawhi. I don't want to do it again. I don't. No disrespect to Ben Simmons, but I'm getting that vibe. He's got an attitude. I don't want to deal with that again. I don't. I don't want to trade a whole ton of stuff for him, and then we're dealing with this again. We're dealing with the Sixers are dealing with in 2 years. Yeah. Look at the Raiders and the Antonio Brown situation. That was a touchdown. Giants still scored on that one. Look at the when Antonio Brown was traded from the Steelers to the Raiders for draft picks, or a draft pick. I think it was draft picks. He never played a game. He then went to the Patriots. And what if Ben Simmons came to San Antonio on a bunch of trades and he says, I won't play for you? What the heck are we going to do then? What if that happened? We trade for Ben Simmons and he says, I don't want to play for the Spurs. Now we trade him for even less than what we gave up? I don't want to take the chance. Not worth it. What's up, Brandon's World? Gosh, 47-42. That game is crazy. Third quarter is starting. You were correct, Brianna. I'll shut this Giants game off since it's over. It should be over. There's 3 minutes to go. Giants are down 2 scores. And we have a whistle. Spurs look like they have their starting lineup on the floor. So no Jacques Lindell. It's Siaka Pirtle who just got whistled for a foul. I'm there, Butterfly. Veronica, yes. Go Spurs goes right. We have 2 free throws for Terrence Ross. First free throw is going to rattle around, and it is good. 49-41. Spurs. I don't know if I'm ready for Jacques to start. In the preseason, yes. The regular season, no. Starting a rookie, that's something the Spurs don't really do. I mean, David Robinson started. Tim Duncan started. Is there any other rookie that started game one? I can't remember if Tony Parker started right away. I feel like he didn't. Didn't he win the starting position? I don't think he started game one. Kawhi definitely didn't start right away. Derek White gets blocked in the paint and then almost loses the ball. Just Derek White's struggles continue. I think that was a shot. DeJounte Murray baseline jumper is going to bounce around and finally go in. 51-42. No, I would not compare Josh Primo to anybody yet. He's still 18. He's very young. His body is still developing. His NBA body is still developing. As we have a pull-up jumper by Gary Harris. I don't see the Kobe, and I don't want to compare somebody to an NBA legend. That's raising the bar way too high to start. Dak went to yes. Yeah, all hero, no cape. Yeah, I think it's 364 days I heard on TV from today. So I think tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of oops. Scoring on the wrong side. Jakob Poeltl with the bucket. I think tomorrow's the 1-year anniversary. But yeah, all the Giants are going down today. Left and right. Daniel Jones to the hospital with a head injury, which is that's scary. Head injuries are not good, but he couldn't walk. They had to cart him off the field. Worried about the young man. And the turnover. McDermott was trying to get to DeJounte Murray in the paint. And now we're going to have a whistle on the Spurs. Now, Juan, how many likes do we have? We have 68. We do have more likes than people watching. We actually have a record low number of people watching right now. I hope people haven't given up on the Spurs already. Could also be that it's the preseason and people are just not interested in the preseason, which could happen too. And a quick jumper in the paint is good for Ross. 53-46. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Mind your spelling? Yeah, I don't call people on spelling. Trey Jones is hurt. Trey Jones is hurt. DeJounte Murray, he drives baseline, pulls up, and hits the baseline jumper, 55-46. Third quarter. I'm going to check something real quick. $55-48. 9.5 minutes to go. I just searched for, I came up first. Yeah. I was wondering if maybe a lot of people are streaming this. Really, nobody is. Just nobody's streaming the game tonight. It's all good. Thank you guys for being here. Trade for Marvin Bagley a third. Peter, I'm sorry, Peter, mind your spelling. Sorry. Jakob at the line. Missed the first free throw. Classic Jakob at the line. Trade Puddle. Let's go. Trade Puddle. Wow. There's that Poodle. Trade Poodle. Jakob at the line for one more. 9:28 to go in the first half. 55 or second half. Wow. Second half. 55-48. Second free throw was a total clang. Still can't shoot free throws. Spurs, it's the starting lineup that's expected to be starting at the regular season, Veronica. It's Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl, Derek White, and Doug McDermott as we have another bucket. Jalen Suggs for two. It's 55-50. DeJounte Murray, he'll start to drive, gets it over to Derek White. White launches a three, and it is no good. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board, back out to Doug McDermott. McDermott for three, and it is no good. Gary Harris with the rebound. Derek White taking a lot of threes. I don't believe he's made one shot yet tonight. I don't think he's made one freaking shot. 55-50. We have a runner in the paint, and it's good. It's 55-52, and Magic are coming back. Terrence Ross with the bucket. Spurs only up by 3. Offense has been going cold in the third quarter. DeJounte Murray pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl starts to drive. Pull-up baseline jumper is in and out. Lindell has not played at all, James. Unfortunately, he's not played 1 minute in this game. Jalen Suggs for three gets knocked down. No whistle. Derek White will bring it up for the Spurs. Bodies are hitting the floor left and right. Derek White into the paint. Gets it to Doug McDermott going baseline. McDermott can't make the shot. Ball's going to go out of play, and it'll be Spurs ball with 8:11 to go. What's up, Mark? Hey, God bless you too. Thank you for stopping in. Big body is in. Chargers won. That was a crazy game. We have a timeout. 55-52. 8:11 to go. Spurs were up 49-40 at the half. The Magic have been coming back. Spurs offense quite cold here in the third quarter. Hopefully they can turn it around. Anybody still watch The Walking Dead out there? I'm watching this season just because I've seen every season. This season actually been pretty good. The half-season finale is tonight, and then the other 8 episodes start, I think, in February, March, and this is the end of the show this year, which is good. It's definitely been stale at times, but the last season's not bad. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. What? Ben Simmons? Come on. Are you serious? You gotta be trolling with that. Ah, all right. What's up? All right, Veronica, you're there with me. Yeah, I was not expecting much, but it's been good. Unfortunately for the show, season 7 and 8, I think they lost a ton of fans. Actually, they lost a ton of fans with the season 7 opener, which I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen the show. But with you know what happened to who with the it was too much and it turned people off. It was too violent what happened in that episode, and it was brutal. It was very R-rated. I mean, I'm surprised they let it go that far. And plus, just watching the characters you like just constantly just being in a bad position all season, I guess the easiest way I can put it. It just show lost a lot of momentum. Season 9 I thought was better than the previous 2 seasons. I thought season 9 and 10 were decent, and this year's been good. So the show's going to go out, I guess, on a high note, even though the ratings are going to be a record low. They're only drawing 2 million viewers an episode, whereas they used to draw 17 million, I believe was their high. So the show has lost a ton of their fan base. I mean, even the first season drew, I think, 4 or 5 million viewers an episode. They're not even close to that this year. Ben, come on. You don't know who that is? Clarence, I don't know why they're not, I mean, maybe in the fourth quarter. That seems to be the trend this preseason. Pop plays a lot of the starters and his main guys in the first 3 quarters. And the young guys are typically have been coming in around the 6 or 7 mark, 6-minute or 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter. I'd be cool with them playing the whole fourth quarter. Bring out in the fourth quarter Jacques Lindell, Joshua Primo, Luka Samanic. I mean, let's get I want to see what they have. Even though we know Primo's more than likely going to the G League, barring something weird happening. I mean, Luka has shown flashes. He's definitely shown some moments where he's been disinterested and lackadaisical and just whatever. But I want to know what we have before we give up on him. And I'm not exactly sure we have a Luke yet. Kellner with the ball, drops it off to Derek, over to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray, and on the shot clock, back to Derek White. Derek White will start to drive. Derek into the paint. Derek turnaround. Jay gets blocked. He's going to get a foul and likely go to the line for 2. How many are there now? How many? Oh, Walking Dead, this is season 11. Terry, yes. I mean, if any Spurs fan came in, and I don't think Ben's a Spurs fan. I'm not sure. I don't think you are. I think you're just a subscriber to the channel because, like hanging out, which I certainly appreciate. But I would assume you're a Sixers fan, I would think. But I think any Spurs fan came in and doesn't know who that is would have to be a more than likely a newer Spurs fan, like in the last 5 or 10 years. Although I think even then you would know who he is. Especially if you watch a Tim Duncan Hall of Fame introduction. Nice drive to the hoop. Gary Harris flexes after the shot he made. It's 55-54. It's 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Magic have fought back. Now the Spurs on their heels right now. The Magic have not had a lead since I don't remember when the Magic last had a lead. Derek White pull-up jumper is good. Derek did not get 2 free throws, by the way, in that previous play. That must have been an offensive foul on us. My apologies. I was looking at the chat. I think that was Derek's first shot made. He's like 1 of 7. Whistle down the other end, and that's a defensive foul on the Spurs. After they stop playing opponent at least 15 and let their hair grow out. Yeah. Yeah, Tim Duncan looks very different. David Robinson has not played for more than 15 or more than a few years. He hasn't played since 2003. And I saw a picture of him working out. He's still really good shape for somebody in his 50s. That's an air ball by Terrence Ross. Turnover, Magic. Spurs ball, 6:58 to go. USA men's team down 1-0. USA, that's the United States men's national team, correct? Who are they playing? 1 of 9 for White? 1 of 9? DeJounte into the paint. Reverse layup is going to go in after it got stuck on the rim for a second. Gravity helped us out there. 59-54. I'm curious to see Patty Mills with the Nets. I will be calling the Nets opener against the Bucks on October 19th. Nice move in the paint by Mo Bamba. Off the glass and good. 59-56. But yeah, calling the opening game, and then the Spurs home opener will be the next night. Or game opener. I don't remember if it's at home or on the road. Lonnie Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Walker cross court to Doug McDermott for the baseline. 3, and the Doug hits the 3. That's why we brought him over for some 3-point sniping. Pew pew. Yeah, Zachary. Zachary, as a Giants fan, I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. Season over. 1-4. Tons of injuries. That's a miss for the Magic. It's going to be Spurs ball as Kellen Johnson was fouled by Terrence Ross. But in all seriousness, is the season over for the Giants? Daniel Jones might be out for a game or two. Barkley might be out for a couple games. Galladay's hurt. Shep's still hurt. All our starting wide receivers are gone. Tony was dinged up today. That's all right, Mel. I mean, I like Derek White, but I think the injuries do catch up to you. Drew Eubanks is checked in. Devin Vassell is checked in. Walker, quick pull-up jumper is good, and Lonnie's shooting much better today. Thank goodness. I'm rooting for Lonnie Walker. When I do videos on Spurs and say, hey, you know, this is their make or break year, or they're struggling, it's not because I don't care about the player, don't like the player. I'm rooting for him, but I'm not going to fudge statistics. If somebody's playing bad, I'm going to say they're playing bad. Try to be nice about it. 3 is no good. I didn't see who shot that for the Magic. Drew Eubanks with the rebound. DeJounte will bring it up for San Antonio. 64-56, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. DeJounte crossing over, pick and roll. DeJounte bounce back pass, gets deflected, and that's a turnover, and it's Magic ball. Nice D by the Orlando Magic. And immediately a turnover by Cole Anthony. Spurs ball. Kellen Johnson all alone. Thunder dunk of justice! 66-56. And that timeout Magic. If it's CT Jones is done. Done is like done for the year or done permanently. Tyron, I hope we can get to 100 likes. There's a lot going on in the sports world today. We've got an NBA preseason game against two teams that are rebuilding, essentially. Against the NFL Sunday, against the Major League Baseball playoffs, plus the United States men's national team's playing. So it's okay. I don't expect big streams in the preseason. I'm glad the first preseason game had 10,000 views. I was going to, focus on the Spurs on this channel. Have fun. Don't overdo it like I did last season. And not doing the recaps has helped immensely. And for anybody that's wondering if you were looking for it, which I don't think too many people were, but the comic book channel I started 2 weeks ago, I've shut that down. I just don't have time. And I don't want to force myself to do it because then I'll get burned out again. So that's down. I'm going to focus on this channel and my music channel. Since I already have a lot of music already pre-recorded, I want to kind of show the history of TSR musically. I've got my band Eternity Shore on there. I'm going to start uploading my previous band, Telephone Pole Cancer, which was pure death metal. I had another band for that for 1 year called Overtaken, and then before that, Upside Down, which was just a weird rock metal, comedy, death metal, whatever. But I have songs dating back to 1998, and the quality is abysmal on those early songs. We're like really bad. I even have a 2-second song I might upload, because why not? But I want to show progression and how not only I have improved musically and production-wise, but also some of the older stuff is very dark. And you can tell I was in a really bad place lyrically with a lot of songs. You could tell I was maybe in a depressive state with what I was writing about. Some of the songs are about SUICIDE. I don't want to say the word, but I think a lot of people, if you're down, better to express it in music than in real life. So I think that's just how I kind of got my feelings out, that I was just not happy with where my life was. And it's kind of interesting how you watch the progression from that stuff and then it's eventually into like Eternity Shore, which is more positive and has, there's some Christian songs too. So it's, I was like, TSR music, I'm excited about that. Gonna work on that. Have some new songs I'm gonna work on this week, and focus on the Spurs here on this channel. I still have a couple women's nationals team on here. It's tough to cover them because not only are a lot of the news on them either political, there's some really bad stuff out right now with the coach. I'm like, I don't want to talk about that on my channel. I don't want to touch politics. I don't want to touch that stuff with him. My favorite player's not playing either, so I might just keep this basketball. And I think that's going to help the channel in the long run. Being focused on one thing, I see channels succeed, whereas when this channel was just kind of a mutt, trying to do a little of everything, I think it was one, too hard, but also just not good for the YouTube algorithms. A lot of people are coming in the chat. Let me see who's been coming in. Sorry, the Current 15, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. James, Lonnie does have some hops. What's up, Alex Soto with the Go Astros? Interception Cowboys. They threw an interception or caught one. Yeah, that's a bucket for the Magic. I was looking at the chat. RJ Hampton. And one for Hampton. Yeah, I got the Chiefs tonight. Should be a good game. Hey, Jay, good morning from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in, my friend. James, I'll be honest with you. I don't care that the Cowboys won. I care that some of my players are hurt, and Daniel Jones went to the hospital with a head injury. That's my number one concern. I don't give a crap about the game. I hope it's nothing serious with his head. Because apparently he was walking around wobbly. I saw a little of it. Down Vassell was that Down Vassell launched a three? Sorry, I was thinking about Daniel Jones' head. I think that was Devin that just launched the three. Cole Anthony in the paint, no good. Spurs up 6. Oh, missed a point by the Magic. I'm sorry. Spurs got the Magic number. Magic have 59, 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper in the paint is good. It's 71-59. The Spurs offense has come back to life, baby. 44-20. Ugh. Yes, Jay Money, and I'll be calling your Milwaukee Bucks in the season opener. Brooklyn Nets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll be calling a lot of Nets games this year. Maybe, well, not a lot. Maybe 10 to 15. That's a lot for me, though. They're my local team. I want to grow the channel. I want to watch Patty Mills. And a turnover. Nice steal by Down Vassell. Gets it up to DeJounte Murray. Murray cross court to Lonnie Walker. Lonnie baseline drives. Loses the ball. And he was fouled. No, this is preseason. The Spurs have one more preseason game on October 15th against the Rockets, I think. Yes, Mario. Daniel Jones went to the hospital for a head injury. That scares me. He was just starting to play really well. Drew Eubanks with the jumper. Yeah, I'm really worried about Daniel Jones. Thoughts and prayers to him and his family. I hope it's nothing serious because head injuries. I've had two mild concussions. It's not fun, and he got lit up. Foul on the Spurs. After he got hit, he was getting up, and I saw like he had some drool on it. And I was like, what the heck? He got knocked to left field. James from Australia, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Jones and Barkley and Kenny Galladay. I mean, I Cowboys want to, fans say, hey, we beat you. That's cool, but I would not take any pride in that win because if the situation was reversed, if the Giants won and Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper were hurt today, I'd be like, I would not feel great about that. And you guys experienced that last year when Dak Prescott had obviously the biggest injury of his career against the Giants, which I absolutely hated to see that. And 2 free throws are good for Moore, so that's 2 more points for him. Look at the Wrench Gang representing. 73-61, 2:55 to go. Lonnie Walker into Drew Eubanks, and you know what Drew Eubanks does? Thunder Dunk of Justice, baby! He's been Thunder Dunking of Justice in a lot lately. I have to think about what I just said. Hey, another KBD sighting. And a 3 that's no good by Moritz Wagner, so the other Wagner's playing in the game. Spurs ball, Lonnie Walker with a long 3, no good. Boston or Tampa? I got Tampa winning. What do you think of Luka getting such little... I hate it. Gerbil War, I was hoping Luka would get some quality minutes in the preseason. I don't think this team believes in him, and I think that's where we're seeing me lackadaisical times at court now. I think he's frustrated. KBD with a Euro step and a nice shot, and it's now 77-61. Get the young guys into the fourth quarter. NBA fans official, what's up? Well, you shouldn't be coming to another channel and promoting yourself because that's, you know, that's really not cool. There we go. Enjoy your timeout. Think about what you did. Timeout. 77-61, 2-minute warning in the third quarter. Veronica, Drew can dunk. I wish Jakob dunked like that. She's not here, J Money, and with all due respect to David Robinson, I'm not kissing David Robinson. I'm not going to do the season win kiss. I don't want to do that. Plus, if I meet somebody and she watches one of my videos, is that really what I want her to see? That I'm kissing a transparent PNG of a female? Not a good look. Not a good look. What's up, Brian? The Off Shadow, thank you all. Looks like we're starting to get some people in here and there. This was a weird Sunday game. So, I mean, we usually have bigger crowds, but it's a Sunday game. It's early. It's going against the NFL plus MLB playoffs. There's a lot going on in the world right now. Zachary, I had a good day, but I'm obviously very disappointed about the New York Giants to no end. With Luka getting that little burn, do you think he's a potential to get... Some websites have speculated Luka could be on the chopping block for the Spurs. He's, 21? To give up on a first-round pick already? Inbound, Cole Anthony 3, good. I'd be shocked. I think he would probably go to G League before he gets cut. He tore up the G League last year. I don't know where that went. Thaddeus Young's checking in for the Spurs. Hit to the KBD. KBD crossing over, back to Young. Young out to, he passed it to the wrong team. Magic ball. And the Magic turned the ball right back over to Lonnie Walker. Spurs got a 2-on-1. Lonnie Walker into the paint to Devin Vassell. Vassell in the paint gets hammered and fouled. 74-64, minute 28 to go. Brian, that's fine. I figure a lot of people were watching the Cowboys game. I stopped watching. I mean, as soon as Daniel Jones went out, after Saquon Barkley went out, I was like, yeah, game's over. Lonnie Walker with a quick baseline jumper, and much better game for Lonnie. Very happy to see that. Yeah, good game, Nesersky. I'm worried about Daniel Jones, too. Going to the hospital with a head injury. Some people in the chat saying they're worried that it's CTE. I hope it's not a season-ending type injury, but I don't think he's playing next week. No way I see him playing next week, and Mike Lennon is just not going to get it done. I don't know. That's going to be missed by R.J. Hampton. Does anybody know who the New York Giants play next week? Can you check that for me? I don't know. Haven't got the foggiest idea. Derek White back in for the Spurs. Gets it to Young. Young to Lonnie Walker. Walker thinks about a three for a half second. Instead drives, throws it up off the glass, and it's good. And Lonnie Walker. Glad to see this. What we know about Lonnie is he's a very confidence-driven player. He's making his shots tonight, which means the confidence is now back up here, and I hope he takes that into the regular season, because I didn't want him going into the regular season off of a bunch of misses. Magic down by 17, and almost a turnover, and that is a turnover. Wagner drives to the paint, turns it over. Wagner of the France kind, though. There's two Wagners on this team, Franz and Moritz. Spurs ball, and the Spurs can pretty much hold for the last shot. There's about a 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 7, 6, 5, 4. Walker starts to drive. Crossover, pull up 3. No good. That'll be the end of the quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. Spurs up by 17. Much better than the last two games. We could play any worse. Giants play the Rams. Jeez. And we could be without Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Andrew Thomas. Yeah. They are looking good. White is struggling right now, David. He is. You know what? Well, go Spurs, go. I think everybody's probably hit the thumbs up already because we have more thumbs up than people. But if you haven't, would appreciate it because it does help the channel. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. Clips, I mean, if Daniel Jones' injury is serious and he's out for the year, and Barkley's injury is, I mean, Barkley had an ankle injury 2 years ago, and this one was a fluke. He stepped on a Dallas Cowboys player. I don't know who it was. Rolled his ankle. If he's out, and the injury affects him just like he did 2 years ago, and he's out for a month or 6 weeks because ankle sprains. Sprains sometimes can linger. Hamstring injuries linger longer than breaks. A break, you know exactly what you have. You cast it, and you wait for the bone to heal. Tears, strains, whatever, sometimes can just linger, and they're very, very easy to exacerbate. So if we're missing so many offensive starters over the next few weeks, it's gonna be a rough season for Giants fans. Yes, Yasirski. We're looking at. I'm trying not to be negative. I think the season's over. Barring a miracle, the New York Giants football season is over. They're 1-4. The Cowboys are going to probably run away with the division because it's a weak division, and if you're missing all your best players, your offense is not going to be on the field much, and your defense is just going to get gassed every game. Luka not playing. It's the bottom of the ninth in the baseball game. Oh, I'm an Australian. I have no clue who you're on about, but go Spurs, go. Oh, Peter, I was talking about the New York Giants football team, American football. I know it's weird. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan and a New York Giants football team. I grew up in New England. I grew up in a New York household, so the Giants and the Yankees are my football and baseball team, respectively. Nobody liked basketball in my household, so I just went out and discovered the San Antonio Spurs and this guy here, David Robinson, and he made me a Spurs fan, made me a basketball fan, but my New York Giants football team is in worse shape than the Spurs right now. Much worse shape. That's saying something because the Spurs could have a rough season depending on how the rookies pan out. Luka, he's not ready for prime time, but I'm ready to see him in a preseason game. Yes, Jay, I agree. Prime time would be nice. Is he out there? Cowboys a top 5 team? Really? I don't know if I'd put him top 5. Definitely top 10. Actually, what are they going to be? 4-1 now? Yeah, they might be top 5. I do not see Joshua Primo. I see Derek White, KBD, Devin Vassell, Thaddeus Young, and a 5th player to be named when I can see them. Is Thad playing center right now? I don't like doing that. Yeah, Lonnie Walker too. I don't like Thad at center. Pop's doing that small ball like when he had Rudy Gay at center last season. I'm not a fan of that. That's too small. I want an actual center in there. Dad's what, 6'9"? Lonnie pull-up jumper is off the front of the rim, no good. Magic ball. Spurs only shooting, did I just see 61% from the free throw line? Wow, that's pretty bad. Quick pull-up 3 is good, 81-67, and there's no score going on there. There we go. Didn't see who shot that because I was playing with my scoreboard. Derek White into the paint. Pull-up jumper is no good. Or pull-up runner. What's Derek, 1 of 10 now? He's like 1 of 10? Come on, Derek. And, wow, that's a miss by Wagner in the paint. Was all alone underneath. Derek White standing right behind him. Couldn't convert. Spurs ball up by 14. 81-67. 11 minutes to go in the game. Derek White open for 3. Takes a 3 and makes a 3. Thank goodness. What's up, Ghost Player? Paul Floor, what's up? Congrats on your win. Bias, but you see Lindell playing... James, I don't know. I mean, Jacques has a ton of potential. I like Drew Eubanks. From what I know of Jacques Lindell, it seems like he has a higher ceiling. But Drew Eubanks is getting all the primary bench minutes as a center. So I don't know if Lindell's going to be... I don't know if he'll be on the bench when the season starts. Could he go to the G League? Devin Vassell for 3 goes in and out. Totally robbed by the freaking rim. Well, screw you, rim, for not letting the ball go in. R.J. Hampton blows by the Spurs defense and throws down a dunk of his own to give the magic number. You're smelling them cooking. Spurs ball. Devin Vassell throws down his thunder dunk of justice as he gets loose in the paint. What a nice pass by Thaddeus Young. Lucas, that Giants game was terrible to watch. Not because they lost. Well, losing hurts, but the amount of players that got hurt and the serious injuries we may be dealing with. It was heartbreaking. And we're going to have a whistle and maybe a timeout. Oh, it's going 10 innings? Thad Young, the new Rudy Gay. Shouldn't we have just kept Rudy? Aren't they close to the same age? I mean, Jay, I think Derek White will break out of it. 9:46 to go. It is still Magic Ball, and oh my gosh, Wieskamp's in the game. Holy crap. Bryn Forbes is checked in as well. Wieskamp is getting some playing time. And a couple misses by Wagner. Spurs ball. Derek White in the rebound. Can we get Primo in? And Jacques Lindell already? And a whistle and a foul on the Magic. Come on, Pop. Get the other guys in. I'm sorry. Late to the game, but I seen line. Yes. Yes, Rose. A lot of people were saying trade him. I definitely wasn't saying trade him in my video. I was just saying this is a make or break year. And that would go for any player in a contract year. You got to prove to your team that, hey, I deserve a new contract. Anytime I do a video on the Spurs, and I said this before, I'm not trying to throw shade at any of the players. I hope everybody succeeds, but you got to be realistic too. Josh Primo's in the game. Joshua Primo's checked in. He's going to get 9 minutes of playing time tonight. I'm happy about that. Thaddeus Young with the air ball. Gets his own miss, puts it back up. Misses again. And it's going to be Magic Ball as Gary Harris will corral the loose ball, brings it into the paint, and loses the ball. And Wieskamp picks up the loose ball. We'll get it to Josh Primo for three from the baseline, and it gets blocked out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. 9 minutes to go. Wilson, you're at the game? Okay, Ghost Player. I'll take a run on that. Oh, you said trade him Rosa. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Trey Jones is hurt. Ankle injury, I think he has not played 1 minute in the preseason. Wieskamp almost turns the ball over. And the ball's going to go out of play, and it's going to be Magic Ball. Optimus Primo. Autobots, transform and roll for it. Nice playmaker, Gecko. If Josh Primo turns into what Bradley Beal's been doing the last few years with Washington Wizards, I almost said the Washington Bullet. Oh my gosh, where's the Spurs defense? This is why you need a center. RJ Hampton goes into the paint again, uncontested, and throws down a two-handed dunk. This is why I don't like too small ball. You need a legit center in there. Yak, Drew, or Jock. Get Thaddeus out at center, Pop, already. I've seen enough. Get Jock Lindell in there. Baseline three for Primo. That one's good! Josh Primo with his first point since the opening preseason game. Not that he's played poorly, just hasn't been taking a lot of shots. Nice, smooth. Primo with some good defense, and eventually the Spurs cause a turnover. They have numbers. Alley-oop to Primo, and Thaddeus Young with a bad pass way over his head. I mean, goodness, he's not Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four with stretchy arms. Centers are the way of the hook shot. Spurs have 4 timeouts. The Magic have 2. 8:10 to go. 89-71. I'm glad to see Josh play, but I really want to see Jock Lindell in the game. And maybe he's not playing because of that shot he took to the face. Yeah, Drew Eubanks is checked in. This is a weird lineup. Bryn Forbes, KBD, Drew Eubanks, Joe Wieskamp, and Joshua Primo as the Magic drain a 3. That was Wagner. The Franz Wagner. Bryn Forbes pulls up from the free throw line and switch. Bryn Forbes has been just on fire this whole preseason. He hasn't shot a lot today, but he is just shooting at a very, very high percentage off the bench. He's proven me wrong, and if he proves me wrong, I said I wasn't crazy about bringing him back. Wow, RJ Hampton misses, gets his own miss, puts it back. Nice effort by RJ Hampton, really carrying the Magic offense in the fourth quarter with 7.5 minutes to go. But I hope Forbes proves me wrong. Any Spurs player I say, well, I don't know if we should have drafted him, or I don't know if I like trading for him. I hope they prove me wrong, and then Forbes throws up an air ball. Of course I talk you up, and then you throw up an air ball. Schmuck. Ooh, it's another 3 for the Magic. 79-91. Spurs up by 12. 7 minutes to go. He did get good experience. He did. Jacques had a concussion. Wait, did he? Did Jacques get a concussion from that shoulder blow from Lonnie Walker? And we have a whistle on the timeout. The only way that this D. White and DJ backcourt can work is if... Yeah, you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not sure I'm totally sold on the Derek and DeJounte backcourt either. Yeah, he didn't really work well last year. For a little bit, they were in there. 18 up and Eubanks still in the four. Surely Jacques. Apparently Jacques has a. He might have gotten a concussion in the last game, James. How much time? They just went to commercial break, but I'll let you guys know when they come back. Jacques is in concussion protocol. I did not know that. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I know he took a shot. I didn't realize he took that hard of a shot. Did you know that, David? Mr. Robinson? Did you know? No? Okay, didn't think so. Hey, Joe, what's up? A member for 8 months. I'll look at highlights. How long you've been a member? I didn't know it did that. Asia Robertson, thank you for stopping in. Too many just for dude. I'm sorry, dude. Dudette. Asia. Honestly, that might have been one of the toughest New York Giants games I've watched in recent memory. To see Saquon go down again. To watch Daniel Jones hobbling, and then he had to get carted off the field. Kenny Galladay going out. Plus, they got blown out. But I don't care about the loss right now. I'm really concerned about Daniel Jones' future. Was starting to come into his own this year, and to go to the hospital because of a head injury is very worrisome. And we see players get knocked a loopy, but they're usually able to walk off the field. He couldn't even walk off the field. That's very scary. Nick, I live in Connecticut. I didn't even know that. I'm in Connecticut, man. I didn't know that just started. Murray and White were, yeah. I mean, DeJounte, I think, is fully recovered from his injuries. Is Derek, though? Derek's had to work on that toe a couple times. I think he had 2 surgeries, or maybe even 3 surgeries. That fractured toe really had a lot of work done on it. I wonder if that's could that have affected his game a little bit? I don't know. I hope not. Everybody heals differently, though. Bucks 38-29. Rich, did you see the heck out of the Cowboy? Yes, I did. I saw the Kadarius Toney play. People were talking about in the chat because I shut the game off because I was frustrated. Hey, here's what we got coming up. Spurs will host somebody on October 20th. I'll be calling the Nets. AJ, I'll be calling your Nets on October 19th, the Nets-Bucks opener. Forbes pulls up for 2. No good. And such a weird lineup. Joe Wieskamp, KBD, Drew Eubanks, Optimus Primo, and Bryn Forbes. This is a very odd 5 the Spurs have on the floor right now. This lineup will never play together in the regular season this year. Not a chance. I mean, Joe's going to the G League, no doubt. Josh will probably be joining him there. And a baseline 3. The Magic are coming back. Mo Bamba for 3. The Magic are trying to win this game. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The Magic are going to try to win this. Congratulations, Nick. Josh Primo out in 3-point land. Loses the ball. Throws it way up in the air. Mo Bamba catches. That's a turnover. David, a lot of people have been saying that. Devin was on the starting lineup. A very long 3 by Terrence Ross. Oh my gosh. The Magic are coming back big time in this game. I agree, Ghost Player. I agree. I don't think Derek's getting traded. Joe Wieskamp with the ball. I don't think he's taken a shot yet. And now a offensive foul on him. I was Hub and Kid Boost Channel. They ended their stream early after the... Really? They ended their stream early? I don't blame them. Are you going to be at the game, Jay Money? That's awesome. All right, Jay. You have a good night. Mama's too skinny. That's till this upcoming trade deadline. I'd be interested to see what the Spurs do over the next year with a lot of these young guys that play similar roles. With we have so many shooting guards on this team. I don't know what the organization's going to do. It'll be interesting. I'll be keeping an eye on it. I'll drop a news video if anything happens. Ross with a jumper, no good. But Mo Bamba with a putback. This is a 4-point game with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Yes, David Robinson right there. Spurs, we have a Primo for 3. That's good! Josh Primo with his second 3-pointer. Silky smooth shot from beyond the arc. Now 3 for the Magic. And that's good. They're exchanging threes. Who would that? What a crazy end to the game this is turning into. Bryn Forbes will drive. He'll get it to Drew Eubanks. Drew with kind of a Euro step. Gets blocked by Mo Blocka. Mo Block shot. Jalen Suggs. Yeah, the Magic are definitely trying to win this. They have their starters in there. Spurs have gone 3 deep on their bench. An off-balance 3 is an air ball, but we may have a foul and 3 free throws. Yeah, the Magic are trying to win this game. They have starters in there. We're on our 3rd line. Dang. Primo hype is real. I hope so, David. Asia, we're winning right now, but no, it kills. We have 1 more against the Rockets on the 15th. No free throws, by the way. 4:20 to go in the game. Take that for what you will. It is Magic ball. 6 on the shot clock. We go around the world. Mobama gets blocked by Drew Eubanks with the Thunder block of justice. Oh, you're a Raiders fan? I'm sorry, man. The Magic are 0-2. Well, I'd be upset too. Drew Eubanks with the Thunder block of justice. That's another term on the channel that I've coined. 2.8 on the shot clock, and it's stolen by KBD on the inbounds pass. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Somebody needs to score for San Antonio besides Joshua Primo. I mean, I'm fine with them scoring, but I want to see somebody else on the team step up too. Josh, nice behind back to dribble, gets loose into the free throw line. The shot is good, and Primo now with 8 points. Oh, the Primo hype's going to start going nuts if he carries the Spurs to a win in this 4th quarter, because he's been most of the offense the last few minutes. Mo Bamba with a bounce pass, and now a whistle, and we're going to have a reach and foul on San Antonio. Neither team in the bonus, as far as I can tell. Drew Eubanks is hungry. I'm hungry, to be honest with you. Ghost player, Derek White, unfortunately, does not have a lot of trade value right now because of all the injuries last season and his preseason struggles. People, I'm sure, look at that too. His trade value's not at its highest. It would have been, right after bubble Derek, it would have been very high. But last season definitely hurt his trade value. Samanic is finally in. We have a sandwich sighting for the love of sandwiches. That's a miss and a rebound by KBD. 3.5 minutes to go. Luka finally getting minutes. A whole 3.5 garbage time minutes. Bryn Forbes into the paint. Pulls up jumper. And it's good. 98-90. Spurs up by 8. 3.5 minutes to go. They're not going to come. Hey, Jorlene Chung, what's up? Phil, welcome back. And another miss from the Magic as they took a quick shot and missed it as I was looking at the chat. Joshua Primo with the ball. Out to Bryn Forbes, 12 on the shot clock. Forbes deep in 3-point lane, calling for a pick and roll with the sandwich master. Gets dribbled. Oh, goes behind the back, and it bounces off of Terrence Ross's leg. That'll be a kickball. I'm not sure I believe in Joe Judge either, Zachary. David, Bryn Forbes making me eat my words too, and I'm cool with that. I hope he plays well. Primo with another 3. That one's no good. It actually bounced off the glass and then hit the rim. He did not call bank. Mo Bamba for 3 over the sandwich master, and it's good. Mo Bamba hits the 3. 98-93, 245. Sandwich master's Luke. Hey, we're almost at 100 thumbs up. We only need 5 more. I'll take 100 on a preseason game where we had a small crowd on a very busy Sunday sports-wise. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, we would appreciate it. Looks like that. Joshua Primo with the ball and passes it right to Cole Anthony. Anthony's going to have a fast break of his own as he outruns everybody. Throws down a vicious, hard dunk, and he is fired up, and so is the Orlando team and crowd. All 13 fans in the stands are going nuts. 2:20 to go. 98-95. Spurs up by 3. Bryn Forbes pulls up a long deuce. Off the rim, no good. Jalen Suggs with the rebound. Magic looking to close this game to 1 point. Yeah, bring it. And another dunk and 1 for Wendell Carter Jr. The Magic can tie it. Wow. No, he didn't chase him down, Phil. He wasn't going to catch him, but yeah, he gave up on the play. He gave up. I mean, maybe because he plays so little, he just doesn't believe in the, I don't know. He could be a surprise cut. it would suck, but yeah, David, I'm throwing some shade. Lucas, it's been a rough day, man. One of the worst Giants games I've ever had to watch because of the injuries, and now the Spurs were up by double digits at many points in this game, have now let their lead get eviscerated, and they're now only up by one, which is about 2 minutes to go in the game. Here's a question. I have that one on Spurs go max money. He gave up. Yeah, man, he gave up. He really stopped running. And if he sprinted, could he have caught him? I don't know. Maybe it's better to show the coaches you sprinting after the other player and not getting there than just standing there and watching him go off into the distance. Josh is not going to start at 18. Peter. The Spurs history. I know some people are like, hey, stop talking about Spurs history, not playing rookies. I'm like, I got to go by their history. I mean, Keldon Johnson didn't play his rookie season. He did start his second season. Devasell got minutes off the bench. But the last time we started a rookie, I don't really know who it was at this point. Primo could get minutes off the bench. Not likely. I think he'll go to the G League, but he could, depending on what's going to happen with the roster before the season starts. I think the Spurs are going to roll out Derek and DeJounte. I think that's the plan. That's been the most consistent starting backcourt for the preseason when both are available. I hate the Giants, but I hate injuries worse. That's fair. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Phil. Like, I don't like the Cowboys, but seeing Dak Prescott's ankle go one way and his body go the other, I was not happy about that. Dribble war, that's a knock on Luka. That's the scouting report. Is sometimes he doesn't feel like he's on. It appears he does not want to be on the court, and that's not going to get you playing minutes with the San Antonio Spurs or any team. It's all right, Evan. It's all good. That was a bad look. And the Bulls are going to be really good this year. The Bulls are going to be, I think, a top 3 team in the East. I got the Nets, Bucks, and Bulls as the top 3 teams. If I'm missing somebody, please let me know. I follow the Western Conference more than the Eastern Conference for obvious reasons. But I feel like that's with the offseason moves. The Nets, even with Kyrie Irving only for half a year, which might be good for him since he's always injured. I put the Bucks still in there. The Bucks are the defending champions. 4. How can I leave out the defending champs? Got to put the Bucks in there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you always have a chance. So Nets, Bucks, Bulls. Or did I already say that? Nets, Bucks, Bulls. Now I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Tied game. KBD for a baseline 3, and oof, no good. Rebound goes to Josh Primo out to Wieskamp, back to Bryn Forbes. Forbes will drive, gets it to KBD. KBD to the paint and gets blocked. Gets the ball back out to Wieskamp. Wieskamp to Joshua Primo. Primo back out to Wieskamp, who's yet to take a shot. Finally takes a 3. No good. Mobamba with the rebound. A minute and a half to go. The Magic are in the bonus, and this game is tied. Who should Spurs cut? I think Al-Farouq Amino's getting cut. I should probably do a video on that at some point. But I think Al-Farouq is he's barely played in the preseason. Pop has not really tried to get him in the rotation. So Al-Farouq Amino seems like, no disrespect to Al-Farouq. I mean, he was part of that DeMar DeRozan trade. I think he's going to likely be he's probably the most likely player to get cut. And Wendell Carter Jr. is going to the line. The Bulls can take the lead at the line. Shadow Ninja, what's up? Suns fan. Okay. Thank you for stopping in. He missed the free throw. Wendell Carter Jr. misses the free throw. Ben, the Spurs are not cutting Derek White. Now he still has 3 years of his contract, and I believe we would have to. A lot of it's guaranteed, I believe. So that means we'd be paying a player that's not on the team. That's never a good situation for any NBA team. Just ask the New York Mets who are still playing Bobby Bonilla, and he missed both free throws. We got a minute 20 to go. Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid once a year by the New York Mets for what seemed like infinity. He retired, 20 years ago? And he's still getting $1 or $2 million a year? Luka thinks about the 3, drives into the paint, gets by everybody, and loses the ball. It's out of bounds off of Mobamba. I thought he was going to take it in and throw it down. I should do that, Manuel. You're right, I should. I wonder if Luka's attitude has anything to do with the pop. I think that's part of it, Phil, I do. Long 3 for KBD. Good! Keita Bates Diop with the long three to give the Spurs a 3-point lead with 55 seconds to go. That was huge. Jalen Suggs, pick and roll with Mo Bamba. Suggs starts to drive, alley-oop to Mo Bamba, and he throws down a dunk. Terrible defense by the Spurs. 47 seconds to go, 101 to 100. This game's going to come down to the wire. How about some overtime? A little preseason OT. Josh Primo. Back out to KBD. KBD calling for a pick and roll. Not going to get it. Back to Luka. 6 on the shot clock. Luka out in three-point land. Through the legs. Almost loses the ball. Back out to KBD. Takes a long shot. And it's blocked. And there's 0.2 seconds on the shot clock. Spurs up by 1. 101 to 100. And there's that Luka offense I've read that people don't like seeing where he just tries to do too much and gets very sloppy with the ball. So the Spurs are going to have to do a catch and shoot, essentially. And it's shot clock violation. 22 seconds left in the game. 22.2, and it's going to be magic ball. Oh, my goodness. Assuming there's no trade, I could see it being Amino plus either KBD or Luka. Yeah, KBD could be cut too. The Magic are going to hold for the last shot. They are in the bonus, so the Spurs cannot afford to foul. 14 seconds to go. Jalen Suggs out in three-point lane, guarded by Joshua Primo. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7. Suggs drives. Switch with Luka Samanic on Suggs. 5 seconds left. He drives in the paint. He loses the ball. The Spurs get the ball. And the clock runs out. Are they called jump ball or is that the game? They might be calling a jump ball. They might put some time back on the clock. They're going to look at instant replay. So there's 0 on the clock right now, but I think there's going to be a jump ball. They may put 1 second or so on the clock. Mike Lennon, he was with Tampa Bay, I believe, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and had one okay season. If we have to write out Mike, he's not a starter. He's a backup. Asia, I'm sorry, the Giants' season's probably over. They're 1-4. The Cowboys are 4-1. They have a ton of injuries, and their two most important players, Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, could be out for weeks. And I'm trying not to be negative, but you got to be realistic. Barring a miracle, another player stepping up, this could be another lost season. I'll still watch them on Sundays if they show them, because where I live, that's the reason I've chosen not to do Giants content on the channel. Is when the Giants are bad, they stop showing them in Connecticut. They'll show a different game. Think about it. Would you show the Giants against the Washington football team if both teams are bad in Week 14? That's a game. No time on the clock. Spurs pull out the win. Holy crap! Wow, the Magic wanted this game. Any Magic fans, hey, props to your team fighting, man. That was scurry at the end. Good game. Yeah, I did a song called the New York Giants Lose Song, where I sing about the Giants stinking. That's going to be relevant a lot this year. It's a win. Next game is not until October 15th. Let's take a look at a few game stats before I wrap it up. If you could hit the thumbs up, though, if you're heading on out, would appreciate it. It looks like that. Since we got the win, we got to get a go Spurs go. I don't want to yell because my voice is already sore. Game details. Pull up the box score. Because, quick recap. NBA Pass, Victor. I bought the NBA Team Pass. It's $120 for almost all the preseason games and all the regular season games, except for those that are on ESPN, which is only one, or NBA TV. Can I not look at the box score? There we go. Let's take a look at Orlando's first. I always look at the other team. Terrence Ross, 20 points. Wendell Carter, 14. Mo Bamba with 16. Gary Harris with 8. Jalen Suggs with 4. Coming off the bench, Hampton with 12. Anthony with 8. Moore with 10. Wagner with 8. And then Lopez and Wagner, the other Wagner, Moritz Wagner with 0. Franz Wagner with 8. As we take a look at the Spurs bench, this is a Spurs channel, we'll focus on that a little bit more. GSG, absolutely. Keldon Johnson didn't play much, but had 12 points and was efficient. Doug McDermott with 6. Jakob with 8. Only played 18 minutes tonight. Wow. DeJounte with a very solid 18. Derek White, unfortunately, shooting woes continue. He finished with 7 points, was only 2 of 11 from the field. And how about this stat? Lonnie Walker, not only with 16 points, the Spurs were plus 21, which led the team when he was on the floor. Drew had 4. Thaddeus Young, 0. Devin Vassell, the Spurs were plus 19 when he was in the game. Just throwing that out there. Devin with 9. Bryn Forbes with 8. Unfortunately, the Spurs were minus 10 when he was out there. And KBD, Joe Wieskamp, and Josh Primo, all double-digit minuses when you're out there. KBD with 5. Joe with 0. Luca with 0. Joshua Primo finished with a couple three-pointers and finished with 8 points in 9.5 minutes. That's a lot of points at 9.5 minutes. So Josh looked good again today. Get that hype train rolling again. My biggest takeaway from this game is we only won by 1. And I think we're still looking for that guy to be the leader of the team. I think our leading scorer is going to be DeJounte or Kelvin, possibly Derek. Derek is still looking to find a shot. I think he'll be okay in the regular season, but I do have a small concern moving forward. 101 to 100. Yes, Ersky. It was, Spurs were up by, I think, 17 at one point. And White is having a terrible preseason. I could see DeJounte and Keldon averaging 18 to 20. Absolutely. And Joshua Primo could be. This has been a long day. Although I've only streamed this game from 6 to 8:15, I did watch the Giants and Cowboys game starting at 4 and was watching that game while doing this, so that was a little exhausting. So my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll do some Spurs videos throughout the week. And I'll be live again on October 15th, then live with Clan the Spurs fans sometime next week to do a whole recap of the season, our preseason, and then we'll be live on this channel starting October 19th for the Bucks and Nets, and then October 20th we got the Spurs and the Magic. Oh, it's the Magic again. Oh, dang. I didn't realize we started our season against the Magic. The team we're playing tonight. So, we got a super chat here to wrap things up. Evan Avery Gonzalez drops the $5 on my face. He says, thanks for the stream. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Here you go. Go Spurs, go for you, my man. Hey, I'll take a win, and I needed this because the New York Giants not only lost, they lost a lot of players to injuries, and that stung. So thank you again so much, guys. I'll see you throughout the week on any videos I upload. Appreciate all your support. As usual. What you gonna do when TSR Sports and David Robinson run wild on you? Thank you. Go Spurs, go!